They're like, yeah,
Oh, right.
because they got the guy with like, oh, sorry.
Oh,
Chuck,
it's
relax.
Friday. That's 5 o'clock. I mean, wait, no, it's 6 o'clock. Time is it? It's Friday.
9 o'clock.
It's 9 o'clock.
It's Friday
It's
o'clock.
8
It's Friday
o'clock.
all day.
Opal
All
Comms,
day
we
it's
made
Friday.
it. We
We
did
did
it.
it.
Another week.
Didn't
Another
have
one
to
in the
work
books.
Thursday or Friday. Fuck yes.
What's
I've
the
had
deal
a
with
week off.
CCP, Mind One, and Rampage? That I don't know.
What about Mind One, like getting his drops revoked?
Oh yeah, I heard something about that. I don't know the
Did they
details,
did
but
something
yeah.
with the Rampage? Because I know I kept going over to his stream, and there's like he's just left his stream open with a live stream of his basement, and nobody's there. So I don't know if they
Risk?
pulled from him too because of that or something. I don't know.
Oh.
Probably.
I mean, everyone's left a stream on.
But he was
Come
doing
on.
it like
Not-
several nights.
Not
But I went to
f-
go peek in there, and I'm like, it's just a
not
live
to
stream of
farm
his basement.
drops. That's against the
Oh, he
TOS for Twitch.
deleted all of his
as
stuff.
well.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I mean, like I may or may not have left the stream on.
So
Like-
my
I
like I,
mean,
said
Merc
in
is
Discord,
playing right now. He's playing Eve.
like I said on Discord earlier, I'm okay with them taking away drops from people that if they like are too inactive while streaming, but they need to be consistent about it. If it's not consistent, then I have a problem with it.
Oh,
Who's
no,
who's deleting all his shit? Is
Okay,
it
so
Rampage
he's-
deleting all his shit or Mind
he's
One deleting
going-
all his shit?
It's
First, are we gonna
Merc.
go around the horn?
It's Merc. It's Rampage. He's going through his personal assets, going to each system and deleting the ships.
Oh,
That's what
who
he's doing.
cares?
That's just called cleaning house.
That's what he's
Everyone
doing.
does that.
Well, I mean, I just see that he's playing Eve. He's doing
Yeah,
stuff.
sure.
Why do you have to
Whatever.
go
Delete
to?
spaceships is
Yeah,
the
why do
name
you-
of his stream.
Why would you have to go to the station to delete them instead of just going to your
can't
assets and
do it.
remote deleting them?
You
Right?
can't promote
Yeah, you can. You can. I've trashed. You know
Yeah.
stuff I've trashed from assets.
Mm,
Just right click trash it remotely.
hold up, I've got some work to do.
Yeah, you could just like I hate if I look at a station, I'm like, oh, there's a ton of stuff there. If it's enough stuff that's valuable, it's like, okay, maybe I'll go get that at some point. But if it's like, oh, there's like a random Osprey in a station on the other side of the map, I'm like, right click trash it. I will never go get
Yeah.
that, and I'm tired of seeing
I've
line entries
got-
in my assets that I'll never touch.
I've got what has to be like $5 bill worth of shit in Odabane, and also a Rev Navy that I'll never get. Like it's all
I'll
there.
take the Rev Navy.
Yeah, what do you do with it? Will you kill an
Uh,
Azariel with it?
I will.
Huh?
Ooh.
Huh?
Um,
Huh? Sorry.
as far as PR wise, I will use it to the best of that ship's ability. In realistic terms, I will use it as a suitcase.
Amazing.
I will right click and reprocess that shit and then sell the minerals for less than they're worth because fuck capitals.
Why fuck capitals, dude? You're such a wormholer.
I don't know.
at
Just the way it is. That's just the way I am.
Salt.
God.
I have a brain worm or something maybe.
I hate capitals. I love subcaps.
Oh no, brainworms
wait,
are
it's
like
not
the in
subcaps that
thing
you like.
now.
It's
Mhm.
this.
So, what's everyone drinking tonight?
Missiles and drones.
We're doing missiles and drones.
Caps can't use drones. You know it? Except for that one.
Some of them can, yeah.
All right, Alex, what do you got?
Oh yeah, true. That's facts. I forgot about those.
I am drinking Modelo Especial.
Oh, shit.
Mm.
It's very tasty.
It sounds special.
Mm.
I guess it's me, man. The names are all fucked up on the name tags. Who's running this shit? I got some vodka and Martinelli's sparkling cider mixed together because I am a man child that likes unalcoholic apple soda.
No judgment. It's a
Yeah.
judgment-free zone.
Yeah, that's good.
Try the Appleson when you're in
Apple,
Iceland.
apple cider and vodka.
It's just it's like the sparkling cider you get for like Thanksgiving. It's like so kids can think they're drinking champagne too.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you fucked it up with vodka.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Checks out, you know.
All right.
Don't wanna go.
Nothing at the moment. I'm gonna go check out the refrigerator, but all we've had for a while is just only the lime high noons, which I don't know if I'm a huge fan of those. So I'm gonna go see what we have. I don't know if I feel like going to go get a daiquiri because
What's
I'm
a
lazy.
what's a high noon?
Ooh,
It's high noon.
I think it's an
I
old.
got
It's
Seltzer
noon.
with vodka.
It's a what with
Oh,
vodka?
just like it's a seltzer, a hard seltzer.
I think that's what they're called, right?
Yes,
Um,
yeah, Yeah,
I don't know, Delana.
we
You're
carry
the
them
one
at
who's
some of our
drinking it.
outlets.
You gotta go check it
I'm-
out.
Yeah, they make a vodka
Take us
seltzer.
with
They
you.
also
Yeah,
make a
high
tequila
noon
seltzer.
vodka hard seltzer. That's what. But they're usually like fruit flavors. But I've also seen there's an iced tea at high
Mm.
noon, which is really good.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Is it my turn?
Sure.
I don't know. Is it my turn?
Are you next?
Pretty sure
Yeah,
it's
you're
your
next.
Me?
It looks
It's
like
your
it. Yeah.
turn.
Look, it's my
It's
turn.
your turn.
Okay.
Take your turn.
Okay. All right. Give me a second. I'm
Okay.
drinking I had this in my fridge, the Whitewater Brewing Company pumpkin spice espresso porter. That's like a
Mm.
local brewery. So I got that, and then I got some blonde ale after that. Same company.
Nice.
Who's next?
That'd be Nerve Viking.
I believe that'd be me. As is usual, I am drinking some good old mead straight out of the bottle.
Oh, delicious.
Where's your
Nice.
mead horn?
As
It is right here.
it's high noon.
There you go. You didn't think he'd be able to produce one, but he did.
I knew he
did.
had
He
one.
had one
I
available.
also I thought about it. I was gonna grab my Mjolnir whiskey decanter that I have because it's really cool. But I didn't feel like trying to constantly pour that, so
Just drink right out of it.
I thought about it, but like literally the handle's like this long, so in total it was like 2 feet long, 3 feet long.
That's
Holds
too much
like
decanter.
Holds like 6 bottles of alcohol.
Jesus.
It was like $60, etched in glass, looks really solid. I'll have to go grab it at some point and show you guys, but
That sounds like a great FanFest Vegas accessory.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Then we
Now
got Redline.
Well, now it's my turn. Well, gentlemen, I hate to disappoint you. I am drinking some good old-fashioned iced water because it is important to hydrate these days, especially in the hard times. So remember,
is.
gang, remember to hydrate. All right. Also, sorry I was late. I was out in the garage.
I think we were all late except for Skyhawk,
You know, but
Delana, Nerve Viking.
Shut up, Skyhawk, you nerd, showing up on time.
I was here like
I
an
w-
hour
look
ago.
Look at this.
Look
Look at this.
5 o'clock start time, so like
5 o'clock
Mm.
start
5
time.
o'clock start time.
that's what your guys' Twitch says.
That guy's pre-gaming out here
Oh,
without us.
is it
Oh,
going
we're
on
gonna
UTC? We probably haven't updated because
Yeah.
of the daylight savings because UTC doesn't. It's always 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 Eastern.
9 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, but
I love
that's
that those are the two time zones that we talk about. Not
the
any
most
of the ones
populated
in
one
this-
and the least populated one. No, Mountain Time's the least populated.
I don't know if that's true.
Mountain
I don't know
Time
if
is the
that's
least
true.
populated.
Skyhawk, you're next. What are you drinking, buddy?
I am drinking a seasonally appropriate beverage.
Oh, he's
Here we
drinking
go. I'm
Invisibility.
drinking
Eggnog?
eggnog. Yeah, I have some nog of egg.
Yes.
With rum in it,
I-
I imagine.
No booze
No,
for me.
Doesn't it have
tonight.
raw
Just straight
egg in it?
eggnog? Okay.
No,
like
I got
raw
breakfast
eggs?
coming up soon, so I have to behave.
Okay.
Isn't there raw eggs in eggnog?
Now let's Google it.
Yeah, Google it. While you do that, I do have an important announcement to make. It is extremely important. It is now okay and required for you to put up your Christmas decorations. So hop to it.
Required.
What are those?
I haven't
You
put
know
up a
what
Christmas
they
tree
are.
in years.
You know what they are, and you better get the fuck to work because 'tis the season, motherfucker.
I haven't had a Christmas tree
Nobody's
up.
playing
Chrysler.
with you.
I haven't had a Christmas tree up where I live. Well, I guess since I live with my last.
Merry
It's been 2
Christmas.
years.
Well, hey, there's a first time for everything, folks, because damn it, Drayden, I want to see that Christmas tree behind you.
Hey,
And if I have to buy you one, I will.
you want
You'll
to?
We already
put it up-
have our tree.
As you
You
can
put it
see,
up right
I'm a
there
very
behind
well
you.
decorated individual. My only decoration in this
Well,
entire room is a blank wall and the whiteboard hanging out over there in the corner.
Look,
That's,
I understand
that's how you know
it.
it's a bachelor pad.
Decorations are not. No, it's not. Like me and my wife,
I could
we
draw a
don't-
tree
We
on it.
haven't decorated our house. We have like 3 things hanging on our walls in our
I don't know what
entire
Joe's
house.
problem is.
I mean, my room is decorated, but the rest of the house is not. So, but
Do you want
anyways,
to talk about the raw eggs again?
Oh yeah,
It's-
raw eggs.
it's Christmas time, so remember everybody. Are we doing a Christmas show this year?
What
day
day
is
does
it?
Christmas fall
Well,
on?
Christmas is on a Wednesday, so we can do a Christmas show on the 27th. As long
Yeah.
as
Or we can do one on the
everybody's
20th.
I mean,
could, but
I'm sure I'll be doing a show both
that's
those days. But which one do we want to be the official
unlikely
Christmas
since
one?
people are coming here on the 20th. So
Yeah, but I
Ooh.
feel like doing a Christmas party show after the holiday is a little. I feel like the 20th
Is
would
it?
be. Yeah, I
That's
think
kinda
the
weird.
20th would be more.
So
of
what
like
you're
the
telling
Christmas
me
show.
is that we're not gonna go around and tell everybody what we're thankful for this year?
We can do that on both. We could do our Christmas
thought that was just
styled show on the
Thanksgiving.
20th, and
It is
then
Thanksgiving was yesterday, bro. What?
yeah.
Hello?
Oh yeah.
What?
Oh my god.
Aren't we just supposed to talk about the good deals we got on this holy Black Friday?
Oh yeah. there's
No,
that.
absolutely not. Today is actually Native American Heritage Day, and I hope you guys celebrated.
Nope, sorry, missed that one.
Unlucky. That's okay.
I know.
My ancestors forgive you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We got an adopted.
I think we
shot.
should do the Christmas show on the 20th. That's what I think.
Yeah. And then I
Dom
mean on
was
the
ta-
27th we could be like, hey, hope everyone had a good Christmas, and then
Dom
Do I-
did say that he was going to bring like his camera setup, and he's going to drive here that Friday. And he did to say that his goal was to try to get here in time to do the show still.
You guys
So
should
Tom
come
and I-
here and we can do the show in my little studio thing. That would be fun.
We were basically going to set one up in the hotel room suite,
Oh shit. On the 24th floor?
25th.
25th
Yes.
floor?
Whoa.
God. Okay,
went
like
up a level.
if I come up to the room, will you shut the curtains for me?
Oh.
Yeah.
And
Red
is
red
the
line is
elevator
disturbed.
glass?
Two of them are not.
Is there one that I can take that I can't see how fucking high I am?
If you cover your eyes.
That's so lame.
No, two of the elevators are like on the exterior wall and are like glass elevators. Then the other two are internal, so like you can't see outside at all.
I hate it. Let's talk about the raw eggs.
raw eggs. That's good.
So classic eggnog does call for raw eggs, but they recommend that you use pasteurized eggs to make your eggnog, which is like
So you don't
the
die?
eggs in a
You
carton.
do?
Or you can cook your eggnog. So you can use the raw eggs and then you cook your eggnog on the stovetop till it reaches 160 degrees Fahrenheit, which will kill all the bacteria.
So
That's called pasteurization.
drink.
Or you can buy store-bought eggnog, which is already pasteurized for you. Those are
Yeah.
your three options, really. I don't recommend using raw eggs in anything, to be honest.
That's
Like I was gonna say, like
But I thought the new thing was like even raw milk, raw everything. What do the scientists know? They don't
Right,
know
but then what
anything.
happened? That raw milk in California had the bird flu in it, and people were like, "Oh man, if there was only some way we could kill the bacteria
Yeah,
in milk
that's
before we
fake.
drank it."
It's fake news.
golly.
Mhm.
pasteurization is
Dang.
how they mind control you.
Yeah.
As soon as you
Okay.
get within a 5G tower, that's it. It's over.
Still
Alright,
not
free
that
will is
getting. I'm
gone.
really upset about it.
Listen here, Marjorie. Calm down. We don't need this right now.
Marjorie?
Yeah.
We had
Bring
an
it up
adopted
again.
My
adopted
loving
shot.
affection. Loving, affectionate friends. For what?
It says
For
we.
we.
Alex did.
That's a really silly.
Oh, do you want me
shot,
to put
dude.
silent discard on instead of Alex?
No, that's fine. What you got now? You're good.
That's a really silly thing to adopt a shot for. I commend you. Well done.
All right, so this sales. Anyone get any
Thought you'd
sales going
appreciate
on?
that red line.
Sales?
It's fantastic.
There is sales. Just save up to 40% on Black Friday blowout.
Yeah,
There's
I got
skins.
some
There's
Oh, you're
all
talking
kinds of
about-
stuff. EVE Online.
Gotcha.
There's I know we were talking about FanFest a bunch last week, but if you are planning to go to FanFest and you haven't bought a FanFest ticket, there's Black Friday deals on FanFest tickets. I think it's like 25% off, but limited number, so probably limited time. I don't know. I think it goes till December 9th that they're available. I can't remember, but so
There's no way this is.
if
a
you're interested in
thing.
going, you haven't bought a ticket yet, you can get them at a deal if you go look. So.
Ugh, I was trying to look at my FanFest flights today. It's all sorts of borked.
And you got a flight. Wait, you got a flight to Seattle and then back down to New Orleans? Why can't?
Yes, that was my quickest flight to get home. Now that they don't do flights during the day.
Oh, I
At
would
the
say, like,
fl- I have
I'm
to
gonna
fly
be-
into the East Coast and then sit there overnight and then fly out the next morning.
Oh, that's a bummer.
That's gross.
When's your? Wait, are you leaving on the 5th?
Yeah.
When's your flight? I might be on the same flight as you.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if I want to do that. That seems really silly. Like I'm flying across half the country and then
It
just
is,
going
yeah, because it's
back.
like another 6 hours.
Which
back to
days
New
are you
Orleans.
trying to fly in for?
Yeah, I usually get in early, so like I would leave April 25th, land in Reykjavik early on the 26th,
Okay.
and then I would leave Reykjavik on the 5th, and then I guess I come home on the 6th because now they don't do day flights; it's all overnight, which
Uh,
is weird because I mean Boston did the overnight thing last year, but not New York, so I went New York, but now everybody's just doing that, so.
It is funny.
I'm flying Iceland Air direct out of Detroit, and $650 is all it is.
Must be nice. Yeah.
That's
My
not bad.
flight from New Orleans to Boston is more than from Boston to Reykjavik. And I
Nice.
probably have to book them separately because the sale only works for the Iceland Air flights. Like if I book them all at the same time, it doesn't take the sale. It's like $800 one way.
I like the time. Well, not time saving, but just the time difference coming back. It's like
Sorry, I'm just like ranting. Don't let me
leave
take a-
Reykjavik at 4:50 p.m. Get home at like I think like 9 p.m. or something like that. It's like that's not bad. That's with a 2-hour layover there too. Derailment. Other
Yep,
sales.
sorry.
No, I don't know. That link that I put had sales for Omega and skins and 40% off starter packs, and then it had the FanFest tickets below as well. 25% exclusive discounts on FanFest 24-25. Use discount code BF25 or visit this link. That's the only sale that was on the launcher, anyways.
Mm.
The launcher really is where we get all our news. Right? No? Yes? Maybe?
Yeah. I mean, is there any other news possible?
Well, there's tons of news. There's all kinds of news. There's a bunch of patches that came out.
Actually,
Just some dev blogs.
I have a little bit of other FanFest updates for the crew too.
Mm-hmm.
I've not heard back from Ziggy yet, unfortunately. So we still have an opening with our little Airbnb group.
I might take y'all up on that because like I'm asking my old corp bros and like they haven't even said anything and they always end up doing their own thing anyway because all of them snore.
Yeah.
They're like, I need my own room because I snore. And it's like
that
all of
seems
you
like
fucks
a-
like don't know how to breathe when you sleep.
No, like even so, that would be like somebody else's problem, not your
Yeah.
problem. Like,
Well,
your
they're like,
sleep.
I need my own room.
I only snore if I
that's
sleep
a
on my
cop
back
out.
because I have a
So it's like they
horribly
can't share
devious septum.
rooms, so like we need either a giant place or like everybody just gets their own place.
Rent a mansion. It's all the rage.
But
There
yeah, we got
there are
Everybody's
no
doing it.
mansions in Reykjavik.
we got the
Unless it's
OC
like-
I'm sure there's a mansion in Reykjavik you can rent.
Airbnb. There's a
You could
spot.
tent, you could sleep in the park.
Rent mansion.
I
in
am not
Reykjavik.
doing that. You know it still snows in Iceland in April, right?
Yeah, there's no bears though. You're all right.
No, I would freeze my ass off. I can't do that shit.
Oh, that's right. You're from swamp territory. You don't know what the fuck you're doing, right? Okay, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah,
I don't see mansions there, but I see villas.
Oh, that's what they call villa.
No mansions? Not for me. I love mansions, gang. It's just how it is.
I mean, I do like the idea of doing something like that for Vegas some year.
Yes,
Well,
next year.
the only thing
actually.
is you have to stay like far from the strip. Like there are some really big houses, but it's like always 10 or 15-minute drive from the
I
strip.
mean, to be fair, out of both Vegases that I've
To be
gone to,
fair.
I've never stayed in a
To be
hotel. I've always
fair.
stayed at a house. So like that's all my Vegas experiences.
It's
Which is also
very
why
convenient to like, oh, get up, get ready, and like I'm gonna go down and do this thing, and you just go down the elevator and you're there.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Very
the easiest
convenient.
thing. It's hard enough getting around the strip when you're on the strip. Like, there's always going to be some bullshit
Sounds like
traffic. There's
it
always
just
going to
sound
be
like you
streets
guys are being
closed because we
babies and
have the stupid.
you just don't want to hang out in a mansion for a weekend.
Like, I've seen the guys that rented the entire houses. Like, there was the Bort Fort one year.
That's
And they had like two
amazing.
houses, like one for partying and one for sleeping. But you
I
had
would
to
have stayed in the partying house.
but you had to drive over there and hope that there's no traffic or no road closures because of Formula One.
I just took Uber.
Or
No,
whatever.
granted, my first Vegas, I totaled it up afterwards, and I spent like $350 on Ubers that year.
Oh yeah. They will surge.
Well, because that first one was, I believe that was also the year where it overlapped with like that giant music festival, like out at the Speedway. I forget which one that's called.
When it was like
So
2021.
when we were young.
No, there was
that's
one year where they did like, was it like
No.
Electric Daisy Carnival or something like that in
yes, I think
October?
it.
Because
Yeah,
it was COVID, it was 2021, so they is usually in April or something, but they pushed it back to October because of COVID. I don't know.
yeah. I remember
Eve.
one of
Yeah,
my
it's
Uber
the one.
drivers
You're
that
right.
you're telling me about how one of those nights he went to pick someone up and bring him back to their hotel with strip, and it was 3.5 hours at like 2 in the morning because of how just insane the traffic was.
Ugh. Okay. Anyways, I'm really ADHD
Yes.
today. So
Well, Eve, we've got some Eve news to talk about. I have some personal Eve news to just mention in passing. Redline and Drayden, you guys are both blue to me again.
Not for long.
Oh, you're in
Well,
Slice?
now.
Yeah,
Oh.
my corp is moved into Slice now. And I
Nice.
Gamer.
spent
Gamer, we're gonna reset.
Yep. Rip.
I was actually bragging for it today.
Spent some time moving all of my characters, which is never fun, but all moved in.
Very nice.
Well, welcome to the north, my friend. I am the scourge of
north.
these skies. Ask anyone, they'll tell you.
Are you living there? Isn't Test like way over?
Don't question it.
Okay.
There's also some rumors I think that were joked about last week that may actually be true, but I don't think I'm allowed to say them yet. So
What
Don't-
rumors?
don't
The
so I'll
tease
reset?
it.
I'll just tease you
Oh.
guys with that.
Wow.
What, the reset?
That's
Wow.
bullshit.
Wow.
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 Let's do the
Wow.
actual Eve news first before we get into rumors and fucking hearsay.
Okay.
I put a link in there for the Shape the Chaos Revenant updates.
Wow.
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 Wow. Wow.
Oh wow.
Yeah. The mercenary tactical operations are active now. They just fired up on the 26th.
Woo.
I know. Well, it might be woo. You don't know. You haven't done them yet.
Says who?
Ooh.
Have you done them?
No.
Well, then you didn't. Then what are
Yeah,
you fucking says who about?
But now I've said it. Don't assume. You make an ass out of you and me.
But did I though?
The mercenary things have been getting used. I know
The
because I've seen some
dens.
very annoyed messages
The
in
paper
Discords
pushers.
of people going like, God, these things, it's been 2 weeks and they're already a pain in the fucking head. It's like, sounds like you're getting mercenary dens put on your
Stop
shit all the
using
time.
these things.
Yeah.
Have you guys noticed that when you open up the star map, it actually puts up locations that are available to get mercenary den dropped
Yeah.
on?
Yeah, is that
Oh, really?
the vulnerable skyhooks?
Yeah, the vulnerable
Yeah.
skyhooks.
Yeah, they have little icons.
That's fun.
Yeah, I thought that was neat.
So you slap these things down, these mercenary dens, and then they start making what stuff? Infomorphs.
Yeah.
Trouble.
And then these mercenary tactical operations show up, and then you can either do the little missions or you can let them go, and then it'll create
Anarchy or something like that?
anarchy or production, right?
Sounds about right.
Yeah, if you do the missions,
then the,
it like boosts production or something. But if you let
Where's
it
all
sit-
the info for this shit? Is it in the Oh, here it is. It's in the Mercenary Den patch notes. It's in the patch notes.
Oh,
Yeah,
So this is just a
that's
dev
where,
blog.
That's where you learn everything.
Yeah,
the patch
this
notes
is just a
have all
dev
the
blog that
actual
talks about
info
it.
for, like what the changes were and what's
Yeah.
coming up. Yeah.
So the MTOs are active. There's this other thing that's active too. These trust breaker arrays. Have you heard of these yet at all?
No.
These are only in the insurgency areas, so low sec, and they only spawn where the pirate fob is. So these sites pop up called Deathless Trust Breaker arrays, and you can either go and keep the Trust Breaker array safe, which allows Vanguard operations to occur on that planet, or you can destroy the Trust Breaker after it generates these pass keys, and then you can sell the pass keys to, I don't know, people, NPCs, I guess, and get an ISK reward for it, right? So you get a reward from the Deathless for protecting them, or you get a reward from NPCs for selling them the pass keys. Up to you which one you do. One is on the Deathless side, and one is on the anti-pirate side. And then we have the Vanguard playtest, which is live right now. Went live on the 28th. Yeah, there's a quick login campaign for it, 3-day one, like a nice little short one. And if you're not, if you're an alpha clone and you want to access Vanguard, you can do that by going to the Discord and asking for an access key, and it will get you through the whole playtest. And then there were a bunch of ship balance things that were done. We'll talk about those in the patch notes. Yeah, and that's the big blog.
I am sad that the login campaign does not have any amount of wiggle room in it. I fucked up and only claimed it on the first day on half of my accounts. So now I'm fucked out of the free SD.
Yeah, because yesterday was the first day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got on last night and I was like, oh shit. I was like, I should probably ping this out, but then I was like, downtime's in like 2 hours. I don't think anyone's. That's fine.
Yeah, I was kind of sad about it.
Yeah.
So letting alphas
And then
play Vanguard 2? Just
Yep.
if they ask?
Yep. Go join the Discord and ask for a code, and you can play it. That was the blog, so I can close that tab. There was a little like lore news item that they put out. I'll link that to you. Basically, what it says is Infomorph transport is illegal.
What?
So Concord has determined that this is illegal, transporting Infomorphs. So what it means basically is you could farm the Infomorphs from the mercenary dens, and then you could sell them for ISK. But now that you can't take them through HiSec without getting chased by the Concord fucking customs guys, your best bet is to sell them in Zarzak. So that's basically what's happening here. And it talks a little bit more about the trust breaker things, and it gives a little bit of other news at the bottom there.
Well, it's good that they're getting Zarzak to have some more people in it. Are we going to talk about any of these things, or are you just going to rattle it all off?
Well, the patch notes are like super detailed, so I don't want to waste too much time on blogs. And then, but then we have the big giant fight that happened today. Do you want to get to that at some point?
Wow, we've got all night.
And then we got to play Vanguard. So like we got to fucking wrap this shit up. You know what I mean?
I suppose.
You're the one who said let's have a short show. No, wait, that wasn't you. That was Skyhawk. That was Skyhawk.
I play during the show because I can talk and play at the same time.
I can't do that.
Can you walk and chew bubblegum?
That's so
lost in the
disruptive
sauce.
to like, because then you got half people trying to talk about Eve stuff, then the other half people are like, go left, oh, shoot, no. It's just, it turns into a nightmare.
I mean,
Yep.
Okay. All right then. All right.
All right. So we can talk about it if you want. Do you want to talk about this?
No, I did. No.
I do have a question for you, LB, because you've been doing the farming of this stuff, right?
A little bit. I do insurgency stuff. I haven't done any mercenary den stuff yet.
Okay. How's that whole thing been going? Like, is it pretty self-explanatory, or
The insurgency content?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's have you done any faction warfare stuff?
I tried to get into it a little bit. It was really hard for me to try and get ships over to the area I was gonna do without me just getting ganked by other people in low sex.
Right. Okay. Well, it's similar to faction warfare and the mechanics wise, anyways. There's sites, there's certain size of sites, there's certain people that can go into the sites, and then orbit button, get cookie.
Okay.
It's pretty easy. And but
That's pretty
the tricky part is because they're all advanced sites, they're using more expensive ships in them than they are in faction warfare. So you'll see more T2 ships and pirate faction ships than you will in faction warfare.
Good to know.
Has anyone
You
done
may-
any mercenary done stuff
Not the den stuff.
besides watching people in Discord screech about it?
No.
I actually haven't even really seen one. But I figured, I don't know. The only
We don't
skyhooks
use
I really
them in
go,
our space.
yeah, the only skyhooks I go to are the ones that I'm actually like doing PI at, which didn't have any on them.
Right.
I'm not
Where?
really interested. I'm not really interested in the infomorphs, to be honest.
They're worth a lot of money.
Like the, I know, but like I don't know.
I mean, if you want to
Maybe I
get
could
the
do
new
some.
ships, then I think the infomorphs are the easier way to go
Yeah.
than going the Adavum route.
Yeah, like they can killing them can makes it. Now I saw a thing that someone posted where they killed a mercenary den and it had a shitload of infomorphs, and I think the mercenary den was kill mail was like $250 million. It was like just completely full of infomorphs, but none of them dropped. So is when a mercenary den dies, is it 0 drop rate, or was it just really unlucky that all of them got destroyed?
I think it depends on how long the mercenary den's been up. So if it's been up for a short period of time, it won't have any infomorphs in it. But if it's been up for a while, then it will start to.
Well, no, on the kill mail show that
Start to
this one
collect.
had like 8,000 or 9,000 infomorphs in it.
Oh, and they didn't drop?
0 dropped. It's just,
Jesus, Luke Ferry says no. I guess.
That's what I was saying. I was like, are
Yeah,
they
for
not
real.
supposed to drop, or was that just a really unlucky kill? That because it was like 200 plus million in infomorphs.
It sounds like an unlucky kill.
He rolled a 1 on his D20. That's what happened.
Damn. Yeah, it's like I've been tempted to. Like I don't know if I'm gonna monitor any. Like I mean, I could go drop one, but I don't think I'm gonna like. It'd probably be one of those I just drop it and just fuck off, and then people have to just kill it. But I'm also afraid to like just shoot them because I'm sure that some of them are intended to be there by local groups, and so I'd hate to be like, oh, I guess I could see who anchored it. If it's a blue group that anchored it, then obviously don't shoot it. But
Or do shoot it. I mean,
Yeah, what
what's
are they
the
going to
worst
do?
that could happen?
Gonna
What are
fire
they
you?
gonna do?
they
Start a
probably would
war?
fire me. To be honest.
From what? What work do you do for them that you could be fired from?
Access to the space and the resources.
Oh, womp womp. Yeah, that's probably true. It's a good shout, Dre. Probably don't want to lose access to the space.
I mean, what do you do in the space? What do you do? What would you say you do here?
I rat, I PI, I make money there.
You can do that anywhere.
Yeah, but it's not as lucrative.
How lucrative do you be getting?
I don't know. Like, I mean, nullsec PI is way better than doing PI elsewhere. And
Except wormholes.
yeah, I don't want to live in a wormhole. You got scan shit all the time in there.
Wormholes, dude.
Scanning drones. Or pros, whatever. But no, I mean, the ratting's nice. So, I mean, I'm not gonna sit there and plunk my paladin down in low sec. I'll fucking die.
Yeah, that's true. You will die.
Sounds like a threat, dude.
I'm not doing it.
I need
this
the
guy?
safety of nullsec to envelop me.
It's the safety net of the intel channel
Yeah.
that's going to tell him when to dock up. When to dock up his paladin with high grade Ascleps. to run havens.
That's claps.
Is that the move speed one?
The what?
No, snakes are the move speed one. What's the ass claps do again?
Armor repair.
Oh, that actually would be pretty useful.
Yeah.
I mean, especially since all my fucking armor plate buffer just got demolished.
That's right. You're gonna need a double repper.
No, one rep is more than enough still.
All right, you want to go patch notes?
Yes.
This is where the meat and potatoes is.
I
the
like meat.
juice.
I like potatoes.
Everyone likes the juice.
I think it's actually illegal for me to not like potatoes here.
The au jus.
It is heavily
That's
frowned
weird.
upon.
All right, so if you go to that link, the top notes are going to be from the most recent change, which is the 28th. So let's go back in time to which day?
27th.
No,
The
26th.
you want to go. The 22nd was last week, so you want to go to the ones that happened on the 26th. Yeah, those are the meaty ones.
Yeah, that's a long one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So at the top changes there. Features and changes. Mercenary dens. Mercenary dens now have 2 attributes: anarchy and development. They slowly increase over time. There's 5 levels per day for every 24 hours. When the level hits a certain threshold, the anarchy or development for that mercenary den will level up, which can have certain effects. A mercenary den is reinforced. Passive anarchy and development are paused. Added a dedicated window for viewing all your mercenary dens, which can be found via the Neocom under Industry or from the Mercenary Den agency page. And with the skill Mercenary Den Management, you can have up to 5 mercenary dens anchored at one time.
Whoa.
Thought I'd plug that.
That skill book they gave everyone for free?
That's right. Yep.
If you logged in a few times?
So Anarchy, from levels 0 to 19, it's level 0, 0% reduction to Skyhook. At level 1, that's 0% reduction. Okay, so level 0 and 1, no big deal. Level 2, 10% reduction to Skyhook workforce. Level 3, 20% reduction. And level 4, 40% reduction to Skyhook workforce. So it will take about 5 days before a mercenary den anchored on a Skyhook will really start to impact the sovereignty in that area. Seems kind of slow to me.
Yeah,
But
this says 8 days.
is it 8 days?
It says this means
maybe
if
I should
left
read the next
alone.
line.
Yeah, if left
It
alone, it'll
says-
take 8 days.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I feel like it'll die way before that, but
You'd think so, but
yeah, I mean, and are people really gonna protect their offensive mercenary dens? Maybe. I mean, maybe.
it depends what you anchored it for. If you anchored it for specifically that purpose and you live nearby, then yeah, you might.
Yeah.
And then development, same thing. It's got levels to it. Level 0, regular. Level 1, 15% bonus. Level 2, 25% bonus. Level 3, 35% bonus. And level 4, 50% bonus to infomorph production rate. So if you are into farming the infomorphs to try to get the new deathless ships, the Cenotaph or the Tholos, again, I think after 8 days, it's producing 50% more infomorphs than it was before. So there you go. Throw your mercenary den down and farm it up to get the extra infomorphs. But in order to do that, you're going to have to do mercenary tactical operations. So every 3 days, a den will produce an MTO. MTOs are new PvE content designed for a single player in a cruiser. These sites are behind an acceleration gate that only lets in T1 and faction cruisers or any destroyer/frigate.
Deal as it is. Got it.
Once an MTO has been, well, you can't do a hack.
Oh,
T1 or faction cruiser.
T1 faction, you just said it.
So does that mean pirate? Is pirates a faction?
I feel like that's a faction. Because, yeah, when you go faction, there's a Navy faction and pirate factions. So
There's
Right.
no way that they exclude pirate ships.
I'm pretty sure
Well,
Gila
here's-
is functional there.
Here's the thing: when you look at the faction warfare / insurgency mechanics, a Navy site lets in T1 and Navy faction ships, and a T or an advanced lets in pirate faction and T2. So they lump T2 and pirate faction together and Navy and T1 together. So if this works the same, you might not be able to take your pirate cruisers in, but you could take any Navy cruisers in. I
feel
don't
like they
know
would
because I haven't done
specify-
any yet.
If they were going to differentiate between Navy and pirate factions, I think they would say Navy or pirate faction. If they say faction blanket like that, I would assume they mean both. But I don't know.
You might be right. You might be right. Who knows? We'll have to try it.
Try and see.
Okay. Once an MTO has been warped to, a beacon will appear in space, which anyone can warp to, even hostile players. MTOs are rewarding and will drop an average of around 80 to 100 million ISK in loot. And if they are successfully completed, they will decrease anarchy by 20 points and increase development by 10 points. Since it takes 4 days for anarchy to increase by 20 points, this means that running an MTO once every 3 to 4 days will be enough for mercenary den owners to maintain their dens to prevent any adverse effect on the Skyhook if they so wish. There you go. So if you want to farm infomorphs, you got to run the MTOs.
And these can only be anchored where there is a skyhook, right?
Yeah.
A skyhook on a temperate planet.
Yeah. Or did they say Baron as well? I think anyone that has workforce. So I think it's temperate are the best, but don't Oceanic and Barons have workforce too?
They do, but I think you can only do them on temperates.
Okay.
Okay. If a mercenary den is already maxed out at level 4, completing an MTO will create 500 bonus infomorphs directly into the mercenary den on completion in place of the development reward. Perfect. So it's set up for farming. So there's your mercenary den update on the 26th, and then we go into a big ship balance fiesta.
Yeah, fuck you, Ferox Navy.
Ferox Navy issue gets the fucking nerf bat. Bam.
Hell yeah. Fuck that shit.
And how did they nerf it?
Ferox Navy issue.
I'm just tired of
It's a
seeing
fucking
Feroxes
piece
all
of
the time.
shit.
Cyclone fleet issues and Feroxes need to go. We need new shit. I'm fine with them shaking up the meta. Get rid of the ships that everyone's using for like a year straight. Give us something else.
Who are you telling? Who are you telling?
I
here?
want vagabond fleets. I want fucking bring back the Whelp Cane, dude. I'm all down for Whelp Cane. Make it good.
Hell yeah. So
I
the
think
Ferox Navy issue got an adjustment. The signature radius increased from 300 meters to 325 meters. The agility nerfed from 6.6 to 6.9. Max targeting range reduced from 67,500 to 6,000 or 60,000, excuse me.
So 67.5 kilometers to 60 kilometers.
67,500 meters to 60,000 meters. So 67.5 kilometers. Yeah, you're right. To 60 kilometers.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
like
you
that's
said it
not
right.
that
I said it
bad.
right.
That's
We both
not-
said it right.
That's not that
No,
bad.
it's not that bad.
So it's
No.
gonna make it so that battleships hit it easier, and you have to be closer. But like, it's fine. You know
It's
what?
fine.
It's fine
It's
because
fine.
that's we nerf things in EVE Online instead of making other things better. We just make things worse.
Well, the thing is, if we go further down,
Mm-hmm.
we'll see that we've made other things better while making this one worse. So we were doing both. Not like I'm fucking doing anything, but
I don't
the
know why
game company.
did the EOS need a nerf? I don't know if it did.
I don't know. I've never seen an EOS in the wild.
I don't. I mean,
The-
you see them
the
occasionally in the Alliance
multi-boxing?
tournament, and that's about it. Like, I don't really see people just using EOSs.
But they've had their drone-
capabilities of an EOS are unreal.
Oh yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Drone optimal range per level reduced from 10% to 5%. So you get a 50% bonus to your EOS if you have command ships to 5 instead of the 100% bonus.
Yeah. I mean, like that's a bit of a nerf. But like I said, I don't know if it needed it. When you're thinking of like ships that really need to get nerfed, EOS was not on the list in my mind. But
Well,
I mean, it kind of was because drone assist is really, really, really strong in multi-boxing setups.
I don't think it's abused enough to like really need to nerf it though. Like how often do you see a bunch of EOSs doing that?
You know, like in the past year, all of the times we've seen Poshfin Isk being insane. You know that was 6 dudes, right?
Yeah.
Six multi-boxers. with drone assist comps and various
Wrong
other
with
assorted comps,
multi-boxers?
but not things
All
wrong
kinds
with
of things.
multi-boxers. But when they're bringing in trillions of ISK and it's just the 6 of them, that's a little bit crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess I don't. Yeah, I don't really know much what's going on in Poshfin, so
It's a strange place.
The Wildlands is what it is.
been in there a few times and I didn't like it.
But anyways, hacks are back on the menu, boys. Kind of.
Hacks are back on the menu. 50% reduction in micro warp drive signature radius penalty roll bonus added back. So harder to hit.
Yes. Oh, I
Harder
need to
to
get a
hit.
fucking vagabond.
Good.
Fuck yeah. And they got a little blurb about it here. We feel like the meta has shifted now with more battleships and Navy battlecruisers being viable. So now that we can add back the 50% micro warp drive signature radius, which they removed in early 2021. And then they gave a bunch of slight polishing to some ships that are rarely used or ships that
Ashimu, I
need
love that
a
ship.
little bit of help. So like Ashimu,
Love that shit.
drone
That's,
bay
hell
and
yeah.
drone bandwidth increased from 40 megabits a second to 50 megabits per second. Max velocity increased and agility improved.
And
That's
this is
really
what it
cool.
should be. This is what it should be. They should make these kinds of changes all the time. Just make shit better. If stuff is underused, make it better.
Right.
Simple.
And if stuff is overused and out of tune, then you make it a little worse because it's too
Make it
powerful.
slightly worse.
Like that, no, it-
no,
you can't
No, then
only
you
buff
ma-
stuff.
you
Like that's
tune
what
stuff. It leads to what?
if you only buff things, it gets out of control. Like I think it's
When?
smart. I think it's smart to buff things that need a buff and nerf things that need a nerf.
When
The,
does it
the
get out of
never
control?
nerf I think is a terrible mindset.
How so?
Absolutely.
You're
What do you? Why?
they did that kind of approach like what Redland's talking about in Lord of the Rings Online for a long time. And last year they finally went and did just like a complete like stats rebalancing across the entire game because like it was crazy though because my character went from like 45,000 like health to like 20,000.
Yeah.
They eventually had to like go and fix it because they're like, all right, these numbers are just fucking insane.
Yeah, the numbers get too big, and WoW does it all the time. But like the thing is that why not? What's the risk at this point?
The risk
It's
is
a
that it gets out.
20-year-old video game.
It's like because balance is supposed to balance things, not just
Yeah,
this
so,
this
like,
thing is weaker than others. Okay, then maybe buff it. But like if you only buff, like that's kind of like what League of Legends did for a long time. You started it's like it became League
let me
of
put it
one
to you
shot
this way.
champions. Like just we got too
So-
close, dead.
So you said that the Ferox Navy and the Cyclone Fleet issue are the only ships that you fly, right? And
Not
maybe
the
you didn't
only,
say
but
that.
they're
You
just
didn't
they're
say
the
that, but
massive.
They're the big fleet ships.
They're like the
I
New
got
Age
you.
mutants. Yeah.
The New Age mutants, right?
Mm.
So why not, instead of making those ships worse, balance the other ships around being able to counter those ships, right?
Because at the point it's like where if you're like, okay, this one specific thing is getting used too much and it's out of balance, it's too strong. It's a lot easier to just tone that one thing that's overpowered down a bit than it is to balance everything else around it. Because then some of the other ships are nice
not
where they are.
everything.
Because then if like let's say you buff something else and now that ship because it got a little bit of a buff, but like that ship didn't need a buff. And now that ship is way too powerful because and the only reason it got a buff was because of one other ship. You shouldn't buff a bunch of ships because one other ship is powerful. If
You're
one
correct.
thing is too powerful, you just take that thing that's too powerful down a notch and now it sets it back in line with everything else.
Instead, buff a bunch of ships to bring healthy meta changes to your
Well,
universe.
right, but that's why it's like, and then you have the ships that are like, oh, this ship is kind of shit. Well, buff that ship if it's garbage, and then the ships that are too powerful, nerf them down, and then it brings it back into balance with everything else. That's the idea, and I think that's a smart way to do it.
Perfectly balanced.
Like all things should be. Yeah.
Thanos.
Yeah, we all went
All
for
right,
it.
Thanos, you
Ah.
fucking weird hive mind cave people.
I actually just rewatched Endgame like yesterday.
Is there a little bit of psychology involved though too? Like if you have a ship that's really good and everybody's flying the ship, and you buff all the other ships to kind of compete with it, where nothing will change. Everybody will just keep using the ship that they know is good instead of trying to use the ship that's just been buffed. to compete with it, right? Like there's if Ferox Navy issue is the problem and everybody's flying Ferox Navy issues, and we buff all the other Navy battle cruisers to compete with it, what's the impetus to change from the Navy Ferox? There's no real.
I mean,
I just
yeah,
feel like
so
but
why
if you
don't
take the Navy Ferox and you bring it down a little bit, that makes people go, ah, shit, my fucking fit doesn't work anymore. The tactics we have don't work anymore. We need to like look for something new,
try
and
something else. Yeah.
something interesting.
Well, I can tell you right
Yeah,
now with
so-
those nerfs to the
so why not?
CFIs kind of got
Why not
shelved. Now
buff?
there's fucking new doctrines getting used now instead. Like, I don't know if I'm allowed to say it, but like CFIs, not really a thing for us anymore. We were using them all the time. Now we shelved them. We're
So
using
what are
something
you
else.
using?
I don't know if I'm allowed to say yet. So
Oh my god!
I know it's dumb, but it's
Jesus
like
Christ,
it's a brand
dude.
new doctrine that there's probably not a lot of losses on yet. So I
Brand
don't
new.
think,
No one's ever heard of it.
no, not brand new, but I mean it's a new doctrine that we're using. So
Slippery Pete's,
Anyways.
right? Hard to scan Tengus. Is that what you're doing with railguns?
I don't know.
I knew it. I knew it.
Anyways, so what I'm saying
not
is
real,
like
it's-
if the Ferox Navy and the Cyclone Fleet issue are really strong, why not make the Hurricane Fleet issue, the Myrmidon Navy, the Brutix Navy, the Drake Navy, the Prophecy Navy, the Harbinger Navy, make those stronger? Like
All the
if
navies.
if people want to play on that platform, let them play on that platform, but give them more choices that are on par with the ships that are already strong, instead of making those ships worse.
And
And
what I'm
then
saying is,
But
once
if they're too
everything
strong,
once
it does-
everything is up and balanced to around the strength of those ships, like the strength that it needs to be, then you can balance the whole lot with just little tweaks.
I think that's I don't like that way of balancing, because the thing is, like, if one thing is out of balance, it's easier to fine tune that one thing. But if you change the balancing on tons of other things, you have a higher chance of
I'm
unbalancing
saying,
the
like,
game
7
by
other things.
you have a higher chance of unbalancing the game by changing a ton of things as opposed to
Fucking
changing one
good,
thing.
dude. I would love to see Harbinger Navy fleets around. You kidding me? Those cool ass ships.
they're cool ships.
When's the last time you seen them?
Nah, only when I do stupid shit.
And what happens when you do stupid shit in a Harbinger
Like-
Navy issue?
It becomes a wreck.
Right, very quickly, because the ship is
Garbage.
exactly. So
Or
if the
is it
ship
me?
wasn't, it's not
The
you.
ship or is it me?
It's probably a
Hey,
little
listen.
bit of both.
A little
Well,
bit of
but-
if
both.
the Harbinger Navy is
Little
garbage, you
bit
can
of-
buff it
Little
because
bit
it's
of column A,
garbage, but
little bit
don't
of
buff
right,
a sh-
exactly.
but don't buff
So
ships that
let's
don't
say-
need buffs just because one
Let's
thing
say
is
the Harbinger
overtuned.
Navy, the reason that the Harbinger Navy is shit compared to the Ferox Navy is because of its range. Let's say it can't lock out as far as the Ferox Navy. Boom. Now the Harbinger Navy can lock out 75 kilometers. Its little pew pew can shoot out that far too. So it can suddenly compete with the Ferox Navy issue in range. And because it's an armor ship, it can actually be tanked a little bit better and be a little bit it's a little more brawly if it even wants to be. Like that's the thing. That opens up a whole avenue of doctrines and everything instead of just being like, okay, we're gonna find the best min max this and that.
Well,
You
there's
have this
always
whole
gonna be a best
selection.
min max. Like that's the thing.
Of
But I mean,
course there is, except when there wasn't.
as long as I've played this game, there's been a quote best min max version of
Well,
essentially
in,
something. I mean,
in
like
Hacks
there always will be.
Online, in Hacks Online, it was rock paper scissors, my dude. There was a triangle, a counter triangle, if you
Right.
will.
Yeah, and like I think that's kind of where we like it's CFIs were really powerful, but they weren't the only thing used. There was other ships being used, but the CFIs got to a point where it wasn't quite to Munins Online, but
Is your new
it got
doctrine a battle cruiser?
Tamber's rating.
Damn,
Welcome everybody. Welcome to the show.
Hey, welcome.
We're
Is your-
balancing. We're balancing the game
your-
for everyone.
Is your new doctrine a battle cruiser?
No, LB had it mostly right. It's not Slippery Pete's Rail Tengus, but it is Tengus.
Oh my god. This guy. Okay. It's
Did
a
you get
PL
like
doctrine.
super
It's-
nervous when I was like Tengus?
You're like,
"Oh my
what?
God,
It's
how does-
Tengus,
how
isn't it?
does
I was
he
like,
know?"
it's
How's he
well,
know?
you're like, it's
From
Rail
the
Slippery
Alliance.
Pete's. I'm
Read my
like, well,
mind.
it's not railguns. But no, it's like, I mean, like, but hey, like those haven't been used in a while. It's nice because it's like that, and not that what they did to the
but
Cyclone
why
Fleet
are
issue.
they
They didn't
being
make the
used?
Cyclone Fleet issue bad. They just made
Everything
it not.
old is new again.
They didn't. They just made it not the obvious better choice than anything else. So
I think the intent of the balance passes that CCP do is to try to get more variety in space, and I think if you don't tone down the strong stuff, people will just keep flying the strong stuff, even if everything else has been buffed up to meet it. You know what I mean? So they'll still fly Ferox Navy issues, probably because they have hangars full of Ferox Navy issues. But if you tone it down, people will actively look for an
Other
alternative
options, yeah.
instead of to keep flying the same things.
Yeah,
They
and-
want to see different ships in space. Like if the Harbinger Navy issue gets a buff, but nobody really wants to fucking switch, like no one's going to switch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like
you have to do,
I mean,
you
I
have to do both.
like I don't
Well, you
think
don't have to do
everyone's
both.
I don't think
Yes.
everyone's
It's a
shelving
good idea to do both.
Cyclone fleet issues.
No, I mean that's
And
a
also,
good
the
point. You make
Ferox
a pretty
Navy-
good point.
The Ferox Navy, I don't think is more just like Ferox fleets. There was just a bunch of Ferox fleets, but Ferox Navy,
You just mad because you don't like Feroxes.
I was
You can
tired of
say it,
seeing
it's
them.
okay.
Feroxes were just you just saw them all the time. It's just
Mm.
Ferox fleets.
Ferox and Drayden are no longer best friends.
It's like
Ferox and or
Cyclone
Drayden
fleet
and Tengu are
issues and
best friends.
Feroxes just fucking everywhere. That's all you see.
All right,
Geo-
so
Geo
Ashamu.
gotta be the lead,
Ashamu's
but-
cool. Fucking Ashamu fleets. You know how many fucking webs you can fit in an Ashamu fleet?
All the webs.
Dude, with the 10 more
they do
meters per
nukes,
second
too?
speed, dude, you'll never get away.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think this is gonna.
7
with
more
the
meters.
this is a difference of like 2 medium, 3 light drones for the Ashamu, right?
Yeah, from 40
Uh,
megabits to 50 megabits,
Yeah, so
you
you,
can fly a
you
whole
go 5
flight of
mediums.
lights.
That's or no 5
Yeah, but you
mediums.
can fly mediums,
Yeah,
so
that's,
it's
that's
Okay,
awesome.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah. And then
So
the
that's
agility
pretty
is
big.
decent because it was a bit because I mean you're gonna usually armor tank the things, which makes them a brick, so the agility
Yeah.
boost is good,
Mhm.
and they're usually afterburner fit, so the velocity is good. Like I like the change. This isn't gonna make it OP, but it helps. I think the drone bandwidth is probably the best the best boost to it, but
It'll make people take a second look at the Ashamu instead of scrolling right by it.
yeah, I'm gonna go get one of these things and
Um,
fit it up and fuck around with it in the Horde
keep
standing fleet
scrolling
and
right
probably
by
die.
it.
But
Hell yeah.
dude, 100
Yeah,
MN,
I'm
100
gonna-
MN
scrolling right by
Ashamu
it to
fleet
play
for
that
the
much.
fucking ESS defense. Fuck yeah.
Ew. That's corny, dude.
I know. I'm still gonna do it.
All right, then the Scythe. The Scythe got a CPU increase from 285 to 300, power guard increase from 345 to 375, max velocity increase from 250 to 260, and agility improved from 0.6 to 0.57.
Damn, that's
Gotta keep up with the hacks. They're coming back, baby.
The Scythe has fitting issues,
T1.
especially since it's an entry-level support cruiser, so giving it a small amount of love there, also boosting the mobility of the Scythe a bit to try and help it stand out from the Osprey more by improving its strengths. There you go.
yeah. I like it. I like that. It's
Yeah, no
faster.
issues
So, yeah. I mean, this
Faster, easier to fit, good to go.
don't have to worry
I
about
wish
it.
I was
Vengeance.
faster and
Do
easier to
Ospreys
fit.
do the cap chains? Is that a thing? Sites don't have to worry about that shit.
Yeah, Ospreys do cap chains, Scythes don't.
Yeah, so that's a hell of a
Sights
benefit.
are
Then.
the speedy ones.
Yeah,
A Vengeance. I don't even. What is a Vengeance? That's a T2
it's the frigate. Yeah, I think it's an A.
No,
I think it's
frigate.
The
a
one that's
assault
not
frigate or something.
It's a T2MR assault frigate.
Yeah.
motherfucker.
It's the missile one. Yeah, rocket one. Yeah,
the one nobody uses, the one you never see.
yeah it's because what's the other one? The Retribution.
I
Yeah.
use
You
Yeah,
see
so
the Retri all the time.
Retributions use all the time. Yeah.
Who uses
What are
it?
you talking about? I'm working on getting one.
I have a Vengeance in Jita, I think.
Oh shit!
It's like afterburner fit though. It's weird. I got it from Gideon, I think. Gideon Zendikar, I think is his name.
Mhm.
He kind of disappeared, but that's who I got it from. And it works for some reason. I think
Comes
he's
from
also the
Rocket?
number one. It's Rockets. He's the number
Mm-hmm.
one Retri pilot in
I
the game as
remember
well.
he used to be in TRC back in the day. He was one of our main SCs. And yeah, he like I swear to God, that man was born in a retry. Like
Born in a Retri.
he loves them. He's also really fun to fly in when he's leading or fly with when he's leading a retry fleet.
It's got a 4% bonus to all armor resistances and 5% bonus to ship capacitor recharge rate per level of assault frigate. 7.5% bonus to rocket damage and 5% bonus to light missile and rocket launcher rate of fire per level of Amar frigate.
Mm-hmm.
This seems
Hot
pretty.
More damage.
The cap charge combined with rockets and missiles, so you don't need any cap to keep your DPS going. You can use all your cap for
Reps.
repairs.
Yeah, I like it.
Put that on the fucking
And-
shopping list. Hello.
And it gets a little bit more damage now. A little bit higher
Mhm.
power grid. I don't know what the extra power grid's gonna do. I didn't notice any fitting problems with my vengeances, but cool. It's cool.
Neat.
Neat.
The Cruor.
Hell yes!
How do you pronounce this?
Cruor.
Cruor?
Cruor.
Cruller? The honey cruller.
Cruor.
Rower.
It's like the Ashimu and the Cruor, basically like forgetting cruiser of the same lines, the Blood Angels line or Blood.
The Cruor and the
Raiders.
Ashimu.
Yeah,
Same
Yeah,
thing?
like the
how it
Cruor
is.
is basically like the frigate version of the Ashimu. So
Yeah,
they did
yeah.
the
So
same
drone-
thing, gave it more drones, speed,
Yeah,
agility.
You make it sound so simple. It's
Yeah,
the
drone
frigate
bay and
version.
bandwidth increase from 5 to 10 and 5 megabits to 10 megabits. So you can do a whole flight of lights. Is that correct?
No, just 2 lights,
Or
but
just 2?
yeah, but 2 instead of 1, so it's
Well, that's 2's better than 1.
double the drones, double the
Double
fun.
damage.
It's
It's
a
100%
statement
damage
of
increase,
the
actually.
greatment of
That's
the
true,
Cruor
yeah.
gum.
Max velocity up 10 meters.
That's
Agility
good.
improved.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Cruor is
Now-
underperforming relative to its
now
peers. We're
is-
giving it an extra drone bump. Yeah, there you go.
Is that big of a movement speed increase? That big
On
of
a
a deal?
frigate, I think 10 meters per second on a frigate's pretty good.
But like, where does it end up with like an MWD on it? Like, does
Should
it
we
make
really
it
fucking
look
suddenly
here? Hold on.
suddenly faster?
It's probably
I
like
know it
another
makes it
fifth.
faster, right?
Yeah, like what? I don't know what the
But how much
MWD
is it
percent
in-
bonus.
How
is.
much actually faster? is the MWD?
Probably, I would say 20 to 40 meters per second faster with MWD, or maybe more than that. What is the MWD bonus? I feel like it's a
we
few
can
100%
find
at
out.
least.
I can't load even Factorio at the same time, and I'm making my choice. So I'm hoping LB is grabbing one to see how fast they are now.
I'm
I'm gonna go
doing
with
that.
like a 40 meters per second.
What do you want?
bonus.
Afterburner or micro warp drive?
Micro warp.
Micro warp drive.
So right now, with nothing on it, just a plain old Cruor,
Crew war.
325 meters per
Cruor,
second, right?
425 meters per second. If you throw
Okay.
on
So 100.
a
details.
1 MN Afterburner 2, 1,140 meters per second.
Okay,
Mhm.
boys cooking.
It's going pretty good, right? And then
Mhm.
you micro warp
DP
drive.
Micro is like what 24? 2.
So, buddy, 3,129 meters a second.
Woo!
Yikers! That's actually
He's a
pretty
fast boy.
That's
And they get the web bonuses too, right? Or
they-
20% bonus to Stasis Webfire range per level of Mimitar frigate. So you can put a
So,
20k web
That's a
on
20k
this? Hold
web
on.
on that. Holy
Hold
shit!
the fuck on. What are we doing here? How come I'm not flying with
Cruor.
these?
Yeah, like, dude,
Now
can we
see,
just like do
look.
Cruor fleet?
Now see, listen here. This is an important point. You hear how excited you are about these changes, these cool little
Mhm.
buffs
Yeah.
to these ships, and how not excited you
Oh
were
no!
about
When I heard about the
Paradox
nerf, no, when I
changes?
heard about the nerf,
No,
to
no,
the
no, the narrative.
Oh, I was saying when I heard about the nerfs to the CFI, I was very excited.
Of course you were.
Yeah.
You really just hate that ship, huh?
No, I didn't hate the ship. I thought it was a cool ship, but I got really tired of seeing it all the time by everybody for a fucking year. It's like, okay, I'm tired of this shit. Let's see something else come up in the meta.
Tired of
So
digging holes,
like
Grandpa.
like yeah.
Too damn bad. You keep flying CFIs.
It's like I'm fine with I mean, metas will
flying
be a
until
thing,
they
and there
run
will
out,
be popular ships. But when a meta has worn out its welcome, it's time to change it up and send that shit to the fucking dustbin.
So with a Dread Garista's Stasis Webfire, you can get a web out to 26k.
Okay,
Oh,
so now
what about when
so
you
not
overheat it?
only, So not
Hold
only
on.
is the crewer about
34.
Oh my
to jump down your shit, but it's gonna do it quickly, and it doesn't have to jump down it as far. Oh, the crewer could be. Why aren't we flying crewers?
Don't know.
Honestly, we
Crewers?
just need to take a look at some of these ships and see what we're doing with our lives. Like the Rorqual. Like
You slap a bunch of newts on this. What's that do? All right, fuck. We're going down a fucking hole here. We have many other ships to talk about.
Well, not that many.
well, Mollusk Navy issue.
There's like four ships to talk about, and then
Yeah, but then there's like 3 more days of patch notes after this.
yes, where the scroll bar is quite small and it's very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Mollusk Navy issue. High slots increase from 2 to 3. Power grid increase from 35 to 38. Max velocity increase from 315 to 325. The Mollusk Navy issue currently has 1 less total slot than the other E-War frigates, so we're correcting that by giving it an extra high slot.
Oh,
The hope here is it improves its versatility and opens up other options like triple newt setups that its brother in Spirit, the Tristan, is capable of. Small power grid boost to help fill that high slot, and then a small mobility improvement since it's currently the slowest Navy frigate.
do mollusks
Excuse me.
really do newts? I thought they were like. I mean, they're damps, right? It's like damp. That's the damp ship.
It is the damn ship.
Yeah,
yes.
it is the damn
If
ship.
you put a bunch of damps on it, do you really have the? I mean, I guess maybe you put a NOS
Well,
on it or
if
something.
maybe now that the power grid is increased a little bit, you have room.
That's true.
I don't know.
You
You are
damps
right.
and newts, and then I don't
You
know.
can also
Well,
you can put damage on there as well, right?
True.
You can
you could put
make
damage in. Yeah.
damage and a damping ship. They're trying to increase the versatility. I don't think this change increases the versatility to the point where you're going to see the Mollusk Navy issue every day, but it's cool.
Yeah, you'll take another look at it when you're looking at Navy frigates.
It'll be in the Alliance tournament. People are like, "Oh, we don't need a Sentinel. Just bring mollusk newts. Let's go."
Oh yeah.
I think you'll see them more in faction warfare.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying like the Mollusk Navy's probably a good ship, but I'm just fucking around.
All right. Now the Rorqual. Oh, here's a bunch of fun ones. Mining ships. Rorqual excavator mining drone base velocity increase from 175 to 250. Excavator ice harvesting drone base velocity increase from 90 meters a second to 125 meters a second. So how do we feel about the Rorqual excavator?
It's just the
Velocity
movement
changes.
speed of the drones. I don't really care. That's not. I mean,
Okay,
it
so
might
check
technically
it out.
boost your mining amount by a little bit, but
You
man,
do care because they made the rocks smaller, so you have to move your drones more often, which means this is quite a large buff to efficiency in mining.
I mean,
This is.
yeah, I'm
It is. The
I'm
faster the
fine
drones
with it.
get to the target, the better your mining is.
Yeah,
That-
yeah.
The blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice.
I think it's fine, and you can lock up more rocks at a time too. So holy shit.
Yes.
All of
oh my
Zoomers.
God, 2 more targets with the rock.
Max lock targets improved from 6 to 8.
Oh no, Exhumers. This isn't the Rorqual. This is-
Exhumers.
yeah.
Wait a
That's not. No.
second.
This is like the fucking
T2 mining
retriever.
ships.
I was like, why can't I think of it? Like, so not the retriever. You think like this is like the Hulk and the whatever the other one is. What's the ice one?
Yes.
Not the Skiff, but
The Mackinac?
Mackinac. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah, that's an Exhumer too, right?
Why'd you say it like that?
I don't know. The Mackinac is kind of a weird name for a ship. It reminds me of like the name of a Great Lakes freighter.
Yeah, it should be like
That was
the
good
Mackinac
bridge.
or something like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
God.
You just
You know,
triggered
like-
Skyhawk
like the
so hard,
bridge.
bro. Oh, he's gonna kill you, man. You better watch out.
Anyways, fucking max
Oh,
lock
no.
targets improve from 6 to 8. Skiff. Agility improvement from 0.8 to 0.64. Mid slots increase from 4 to 5. All mining barges, max lock targets improve from 5 to 6. Procure. Agility improvement from 0.8 to 0.64. Mid slots increase from 2 to 3. And then the little blurb underneath says we're giving all mining barges and exhumers an extra few locks targets to improve quality of life when mining. Specifically, the Procure
That's
and
fine.
Skiff are getting a significant agility buff, which brings down their align times by several seconds,
That's
and an
fine.
extra mid slot. During the 22 rebalance, the Procure and Skiff both lost a slot each, while the Coveter and Hulk gained one. When we rebalanced them around all having the same total number of slots, the Procure and Skiff also had their agility nerfed a bit too much, so now we are correcting this and giving them back the slot they lost. Finally, we are improving the speed of excavators to increase their effectiveness when mining, especially when mining further away asteroids, since the Rorqual is now a more supporting role and excavators are balanced around high wastage. There you go. How do you feel about that? Any miners in the house?
I'm fine with that, although I don't mind. So, but
Yeah, I
it sounds good to me.
I couldn't give a good
Well,
answer
I
on
mean,
this.
The Procure having an extra mid slot is kind of dangerous don't tell Riot Rick about that. Frankly, that's terrifying.
Like battle
Um,
procures? Is that what you're talking about?
Bring back the battle proc.
Where did they go?
What was it using in the mid slot that was so dangerous?
What?
Just a
The
point?
Well, you
mid-slots
put
were
tackle. You
increased,
put
though.
tackle
A
on it.
point on it? Okay.
Yeah, so you had to choose before whether you had tackle or a large shield extender. Now you
Obviously
don't have
tackle.
to choose. Now you don't have to choose.
Well, so they
anymore,
give it an extra
Jordan.
slot, but didn't give any of it better
You
fitting
think
space.
it
So you
needed
gotta.
the fitting space, dude? Mining modules are meant to be like they're special things, right? Like
Yeah, but if you have
I'm
like
not crazy
the
about
if you
this,
have
am
like the big mining laser, with the strip miners and the mining,
yeah.
the
They go in the high
boosting.
slots.
But why
The
would
Yeah,
you
lasers
but,
go in
have
high
but then like
slots, and
also the
your
mining
why would
boost,
you have
the
those
mining
in the low
boost
slots.
modules in the lows, and then
why would you have those on your battle procure though?
oh, if it's meant to be a battle one, but I thought you meant like I thought you were saying that you're out mining like it's an actual mining boat that just has a point on it.
No, bro. It's battle procure. Are you
Okay,
kidding
then
me?
we're on
You
different
mine
pages.
with
All
you
right.
mine with drones and you mine salt. Like those are that's what you
Oh,
do with
nice.
battle procure. We
I'm
killed a
I'm in. I'm
Thanatos with
in.
them one time.
That's
It was
crazy. How many battle
insane.
procures were there?
Like 30.
In the whole
Okay,
game.
No, all at once. We were in a fleet of like 30 of us
Okay.
in battle procs in catch, and we ran across a Thanatos and we murdered him.
All right.
Cold and warm blood.
The Navy faction light fighters heavy rocket ability charge count increased from 12 to 15. Small buff to Navy fighters doing longer PvE encounters like the Forsaken Sanctums and Teeming Hordes without obsoleting T2 fighters, which still have slightly higher DPS. How do you feel about that? Navy faction light fighters.
I don't rat in carriers, so
Carrier riders? No?
no.
Not
Right.
really a big deal.
We'll chalk that under who gives a fuck. Okay.
I'm sure some people
I
will make
mean-
more money on ratting
No.
with this. So okay.
Not really.
The standard cerebral accelerator. They've removed the 20% turret damage boost and 20% missile rate of fire boost and increased attributes from +3 to +5. This was a thing. I've never used a standard cerebral
Yeah.
accelerator, and I did not know that it gave you a +20% turret damage boost and 20% missile rate of fire boost.
How long did it
But
last? Permanent?
there's a
That
catch.
seems incredibly high.
There's a catch. You can only use this if you're a new player.
Oh.
So what
we're
people
talking
were
like
doing is they were injecting
your civilian
brand
guns
new
do 20 damage
characters.
instead of 10.
No.
That math doesn't
I
add
mean,
up
yeah,
anyway.
that was the intention, right? That was the intention. But what actually happened is, and you can look at it if you look at the Python kills in a Python. There's at least one guy flying around on a Python with like a brand new character, and he was using this accelerator just to be stronger. But people have been doing that ever since it came out, just like injecting new characters and abusing the shit out
Don't
of it. and
the
using
accelerators
strong
only
shit.
last a certain amount of time, or is it like a?
Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah,
they
but if
will
you
have-
inject biology to 5, then like a
I don't know.
4-hour. How long does this booster last? Is this one of the 24-hour ones?
That I don't know.
I'll look it up.
Let me check. I'm logged into.
Is
I'm
it-
gonna look.
Doesn't Skyhawk use all the cerebral stuff?
Hmm?
Don't you use like the accelerators and stuff?
Oh yeah, I chew on one like every.
Standard cerebral accelerator for new players. How long does that last?
I'd have to. I've got all the skills like trained up for maximizing that, so I don't remember what the base stuff is. I'd have to look it up in game.
Doesn't say.
The Master at Arms Cerebral Accelerator, though, if you've got, because there's skills that make them last longer, and then there's also an implant.
But
Hmm.
anyways, the thing is that it didn't work on any capsuleer that was registered for more than 35 days. So that was the cutoff.
Was there a skill point limit, or so you could make a new
No.
character and then just
No.
inject a shitload and just
Yeah,
get into?
that's what
Okay,
That's right.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. You could
It's just the
literally
age of character.
inject- You could inject a new character full of skills and have 35
Yeah.
days to just fucking.
Okay, and so that they actually
Dunk
say
on
why they got
everything.
rid of it. So it was being abused by newly freshly injected characters to take advantage of the 20% damage
Yeah.
boost. So they got rid of that. Okay.
Yeah. So, not the standard cerebral accelerator, but the standard boost cerebral accelerator lasts 4 days. That's the base
Wow.
duration. So,
Oh,
but if you
so if
have
you have-
biology to 5, it would last 8 days.
Yeah. Damn. That's some
I
value.
assume the standard cerebral accelerator has a similar timeline to it. So if it's a 4-day booster, then it would last 8 days with biology 5, which doesn't take that many skill points to do, especially
Oh
if you're
my.
injecting a character.
I'm looking at the high slot, the the mid slots of the Procure. There's 3 of them. This changes everything.
Well, not everything, just a procure.
Mm, No, you don't know, dude.
No, he's
Don't-
right.
Look, let me tell you something. All right, if you see a Procure in Losec and his name is Redline 13, don't jump on that motherfucker unless you want to die, because you're going to.
I've learned this
I'm-
lesson already.
Dude,
I'm
we
gonna
could
kill
jump on
so
him
many people.
with our crew wars of 34-kilometer webs, and
That's
he
right,
won't be able to
34K
point us
webs.
with his fucking battle procure. Let's fucking go.
Are you kidding me?
That's right. I need you guys to convince him you're gonna go hunting, and then I'll just port up somewhere with my Armageddon, and we'll get him.
I'll
Sounds
kill
good.
your Armageddon,
Yeah,
dude.
Yep.
Don't fuck with me.
we'll slow him down. You give
Armageddon.
him the suck, and we'll take him out.
Give him the suck.
Call it dead again. No, I'll use my extra
The
mid
tiny
slot
suck.
for a cap booster.
Just
With
That's
again,
actually
again's
fine.
gonna give him the big suck.
Oh, that's right.
Oh my god.
You upgrade him to a Balgorn. You give him the never-ending suck.
Yeah.
All right,
the
so
suck.
now I've got a scram, a prop mod, and a shield hardener all at once.
Fuck yeah.
The
All right,
power
so the
grid
next
is
one,
dog shit though, so I can't put an extender on it. Sorry about that.
faction warfare and insurgency balance. Most of you don't care about this, but I do. We'll go over this. Respawn time for NPCs has been significantly increased.
Oh.
This has to do with battlefields. So in Equinox, they fixed battlefields being cheesed by holding a single battlecruiser NPC alive. However, with that fix, players feel like battlefields are now too tedious and not rewarding enough. And this has caused a reduction in fighting and PvP in and around battlefields. To address this, we are approximately doubling the time between NPC waves.
That's the King
So
of the
what
Hill
this
ones,
means
right? Where you
is-
like capture point A, B,
Yeah,
C.
it's the King of the Hill game. You capture point A, B, and C.
So when we did, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When,
did
when,
we
they,
do
when
that?
they first came out, we did a
Yeah,
couple.
we
Yeah.
we
Oh,
did
yeah.
we did one.
But we fucked
a
up
few
our
weeks
joining
ago.
the factions, so it was really difficult.
We
Yeah.
were doing that on the test server, right? It was me, you, and Akroth.
Was it the test server? No, I think we did it on
I
the real
think we
server.
were.
No, we did it on
Did we?
Tranquility. Yeah, we fucked it all
Oh.
up, and we like got ourselves like set with like a 30-day timer of changing factions.
didn't
And,
fuck
That
up.
sounds about
Yeah,
right.
it was-
that
yeah.
sounds about right.
yeah, we did it great.
We did the right thing. 'Cause I was killing
It was we basically locked ourselves out to where LB was like the only one in the right faction, and me and Redline
Yeah.
were locked out, and we just weren't able to actually like help with the site.
Oh, well.
But
So-
then I did one later with you though. It was just me and you, and then that blue guy showed up and he wouldn't go away, so I killed him.
Oh, no, that was insurgency stuff. This is faction warfare stuff.
Oh,
This is
okay.
different. So the faction warfare has a thing called a battlefield, and it is a King of the Hill kind of a situation where there are 3 control points that you have to hold in order to make your timer, your scoreboard go up. And the first person with the full bar of scoreboard, that faction wins the LP. So in order to make it go up super fast, you need to control all 3 control points. But in order to control all 3 control points, you have to kill all the rats that are in the system or in the site. Once you kill all the rats that are in the site, another wave spawns. So unless you're constantly killing the rats, you'll never control all 3 control points.
That does
So 2 out of 2 out of 3 isn't bad. So what you do is you kill every other rat except this one battle cruiser, and you leave the one battle cruiser alive, and your fleet just tanks the damage that it puts out. So you control 2 out of 3 control points, and your scoreboard goes up 2/3 as quick as it normally would. This makes it a tedious thing to do, and people didn't like it. So people weren't even doing them; they were just leaving them because they didn't want to bother with it. Right? What this does, this change, is it makes the time between NPC waves much longer. So once you've killed all the NPCs in the battlefield, you can control all 3 control points and win the battlefield that much quicker. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So that's what the change is. That's a good thing. So now more people will do the battlefields, and more people should try to contest the battlefields because it won't be as tedious to do. Drop rates, we're going to move on now. Drop rates of encoder, splice, and decoded packages from faction warfare operation centers. This is rearguard data sites, has been approximately doubled. I don't know what that is, but it's been doubled. So good for you. Good. Relic, what is it? Data sites? Yeah, data sites are worthless, but now you have twice as much worthless shit. So good for you. Yeah.
3 carbon.
That's right. 3 empty cans in your fucking
3
data
empty
site.
cans.
Enjoy. 3 Hilmar specials.
Oh shit, dude. Oh, I'm thinking about for FanFest. Do we like get like a gift for Hilmar? Just have it be like an empty fucking box.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Actually, I'm going to send you a nicely wrapped a box, like in like a silver wrapping paper, so it looks like a cargo container. And I want you to present it to Hilmar and be like, "This is from LB LeBlanc. I'd like you to open it right now." When he opens it and there's nothing, just be like, "Yeah, that's what you get."
Yeah.
Maybe the next gift you get will have something in it.
Unlikely.
Damn. Brutal.
Okay, double the effectiveness of an advantage on the propaganda broadcast structure and the listening post objective deployables. So these are deployables that you could anchor in faction warfare that would help you gain an advantage in the system, thus increasing your victory points that you would receive. They're trying to improve this by increasing their availability and effectiveness. There. Tether radius on the pirate fobs has been dropped from 100 kilometers to 50 kilometers. That's not that big of a deal. It's still a tether, so good to go.
So yeah, that's a long way. So
yeah. So I want to bring it down to a value that should still feel comfortable for players coming from the shipcaster, but less powerful as a tool used against players trying to siege the fob. All right, reduced. Here's one here. This has to do with multi-boxers. Reduce the number of faction warfare, small Navy 5, and small Advanced 5 sites. Slightly increase the amount of small Navy 1s and small Advanced 1s will appear in their place to keep the potential number of victory points generated per day the same. Reduce the total number of the insurgency small ADV 5 sites. Their chance to spawn has been rolled into increasing the number of medium and large ADV 5 sites, which spawn instead. The respawn time of all insurgency ADV 5 sites has been increased, aka slowed down, to keep LP and corruption generation rates similar, with an increased number of medium and large ADV 5 sites. So, and the blurb underneath here says the common complaint with faction warfare and insurgencies is the amount of multi-boxing destroyers in the war zone. We're trying to address this by shifting the faction warfare sites back towards one-man sites and the insurgency 5-person sites away from smalls and into mediums and larges. This is because it's fairly difficult to contest 5 destroyers inside a small with less than 5 pilots, but much easier in mediums and larges, where 2 to 3 Navy cruisers or hacks or 1 to 2 battle cruisers can engage 5 destroyers. Having slower responding but larger, more rewarding 5-person sites will hopefully increase the number of them that are contested. So, 5 Algoses in a small. The only thing you can really go in there with is other small ships. So either you get 10 friends to go in and try to get rid of them, or you fly in with your 5-man fleet and you get fried by the ball of drones that's waiting for you once you land. So to decrease this, they lessen the number of 5-person sites and increase the number of 1-person sites. In faction warfare, or correction, in insurgency, they've rolled them into medium and large sites so that the 5-man destroyer gangs doing the medium and large sites can be contested by hacks or battle cruisers, which makes sense. So a pox on the 5-man Algos gangs, and hooray to the hacks online. Make sense? Questions?
Yeah.
Comments? Queries? No. Okay.
I mean, I'll probably never be in these sites, but
I love hacks online.
Me too. Added appropriate salvage to the Angel and Garista's fob rack. All right. Neat. Exploration. Drone relic sites can now appear in class 1 to 3 wormhole space at a similar rate to the existing pirate faction relic sites. Drone relic sites can now drop addivums, which I thought was the whole purpose of bringing in drone relic sites, was that they wouldn't get any addivum in the drones if they didn't have any relic sites. So they had to bring in relic sites to the drones in order for them to get addivum. But I guess they just added the relic sites and forgot the addivum.
Well, there was
So
relic
now-
sites in drone lands. They just
Right.
weren't drone
They
relic
just weren't
sites.
drone flavored
Yeah.
relic sites.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they had relic sites.
Okay. Lowered the overall drop rate of addivums from relic sites. Why? I don't know why they did that. I only think it's already a rare item.
Gotta keep the Tholos prices up.
Got to keep those mercenary dens like relevant, I guess.
Yeah, that's maybe.
Okay. Home front operations. Do you guys do any home front operations? Probably not, right? These are like new player,
Yeah,
high sec / low sec fucking things.
It's like the rep the ship, hack the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I've been going through and doing those.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
So structure bashing NPCs and emergency aid sites will now orbit their targets at a closer range. And repair effects are now less effective on structures with emergency aid sites. Within emergency aid sites. Okay.
They're making
Cool.
them harder.
It seems like
I wonder if people are just blasting through them too fast and getting so much money. Because now there's people like multi-box those things. I see them. You see,
so
like
I think
the,
in this
the guys that-
emergency aid site, you're supposed to go in and stop the guys from destroying the structure. So if they're
Yeah.
orbiting it closer, it means that you don't have to fly as far to engage the next NPC once you've destroyed one.
Well, I
and
say
if
like
they
repair effects are now less effective, so it
Yeah.
it takes you longer to rep it to finish the site. Because I know I've seen
Okay,
when you go
yeah,
through
yeah.
high sec, you just see like you'll be going through gates, you'll see like 5 Ospreys land on the gate. 5 Ospreys. It's like that's the people just multi-boxing these home fronts doing the repping ones. So it probably makes it take them a little bit longer, so they're not farming tons of ISK super fast.
Good. How do you feel about that, Nerd Viking?
I feel like it's pretty solid. It'll be like a nice new little challenge for me, definitely.
Cool.
Just because I'm still like figuring out how to like kit stuff properly. Like I'm diving into. I just picked up a T1 drone ship. I forgot what it is. It's like it's the
Not Celestis,
it's the one that's in the same tier as the Omen.
Vexer.
I think that one.
Is
I
it
picked that up.
Galente one, the green one.
No, it is the Amar one.
Oh, it's
Just 'cause I have all
that's
my
an
Amar
arbitrator.
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to like start playing with drones and figuring out all that stuff and like see how all that like works out and plays, and it's getting in my head a little bit, but I'm gonna try taking one of those in on one of them next.
Cool. All right, now we have a big long list of the little things.
All the little things.
These are all player.
These are all player influenced
little handshake.
quality of life adjustments. I'm going to give you a link to the little things forum thread where if you have a little thing you'd like to change, you can probably post about it there, and maybe one day you'll see your idea listed in the patch notes with a little handshake thing. But
I'm gonna bookmark this.
it's now possible to cancel all repairs in the right click menu when you are repairing multiple modules with Nanite Repair Paste. That's a good thing. Have you ever been caught in the middle of repairing all your overheated modules and wish that
Yeah.
you weren't repairing them?
Yep,
I have.
definitely.
Now you can cancel those repairs and carry on PvPing.
That's actually that's good. That's
Yeah.
fantastic. Actually, that's not just good. It's,
Okay.
I've definitely been doing that. Think you get out of combat, you're like, oh man, all right, I'm gonna repair some of my remote reppers, and then they're like in repair mode, and then the enemy fleet warps back on. You're like,
another
I'm
fleet
like, all
lands?
right, guys,
Oh,
I am
shit.
a worthless Logi pilot for the next fucking minute. Hopefully, no one dies. Yeah, it's.
Yep. All right. Capsule kill mails with implants now have a buy all button if you want to multi-buy the implants.
Ooh.
I mean, that's pretty good. On your Drayden, you don't care because all your capsule kills are empty because you pull them all before you get killed. But some of us who run or implants, like, you know, now we can buy all of our implants again. How's it make you feel?
I never pull implants, sir.
I
No, that's good.
thought that was standard policy for PL. Like pull your implants before.
I don't follow that.
Okay.
If they fire me, they
Good.
fire me. But I'll lose access.
What are they
to
gonna
all
do?
the-
Shave your head, make you join the army?
Yeah,
It's not a thing. All
They
right,
fire
the
you, you can
names.
join my corp.
Have my
you
ESI
go.
directly linked to Z-Kill too. They probably wouldn't like that if they do that.
Ooh,
No one tell them.
this is a public show.
Fuck. Delana, I might
Don't
need
worry,
a,
it's not
Delana, I
safe here.
might need a reference for Horde soon.
Yeah, I'm surprised they haven't kicked me yet, so don't ask me.
I thought
Hey, I
the
know,
Horde took everybody.
Skyhawk, how's
Don't worry,
the theory
Drayden.
race these days?
Uh,
Don't worry,
the
Draining, I
corp is
got you.
recruiting.
All right. The names of player corpses items will now be shown in contracts and show info windows rather than just the generic corpse type. So no longer will you buy what you thought was a redline corpse and end up with a fucking generic corpse.
This is my time to shine.
Yeah. So now you
I've
can
got-
sell
Wait,
all of
what?
your you can
Because
sell all of your famous corpses via contract, and you won't be
Yes.
scamming.
Because
get
because like
scammed
you could have
anymore.
so when you have the corpse in your hanger, it says whose corpse it is, but when you put it on contract, it just says male or female corpse, and that's it. So
Yeah.
you could say in the contract title that this is I have a Pro God Legend corpse. No one will
Oh,
buy
so did
it.
I.
No one will buy it because people are like, that's not his corpse. But it's like now
don't
you can
believe
actually
you.
say that it is. I think I might. Do I have an Elise Randolph corpse? I might. I don't think I do.
I'll take an Elise
Now
Randolph
you
corpse.
can prove it.
I have, yeah. So this is awesome because I was like, I have a few that might fetch a little bit of a price. I don't collect corpses, but I will definitely sell them if I like. I'm one of those people like, I don't care about all these corpses, but you stick a notable name, you're like, someone will want to buy that. So you like just break alignment, like zoom down, pick it up, and then hope the FC doesn't
I
notice.
scoop random corpses on gates. I will scoop
I
them
do
up
too.
and take them with me.
Yeah, I got a handful.
If I like their name, if they have a funny name or something, I'll take them.
Yeah, I think
Even if I
many
have
do
no
I have
idea
in
who they
Judah
are,
right
I'm like, oh, that's funny, and then so
yeah, I think the last one I picked up was Pervy Uncle. I have his corpse, whoever he is.
oh, I like that one.
So I've got one of those if someone wants it.
I'll take it.
Yeah, I totally ninja'd like Pro God's corpse when he was fighting on with some small gang and he died. But like I just ninja'd in with a scepter and stole it, and they put a bounty on me for it because they wanted his corpse. I'm like, no, it's mine now because I know him.
Oh, I have a whole can of corpses in Jita and it still says corpse female or corpse male. It doesn't tell me. Oh no, if I double click it, it tells me. I have to double click each one though.
If you that's because it's in a can. If you open up the can, you should be able to just see. It should
Yeah.
just say like the.
I'm looking at it from my assets list though. 'Cause I'm not-
Oh yeah, you probably if you were in the hangar, it would show you just the actual name of the corpse. It would be like this person corpse. I like that though. That's excellent. That actually, dude, that's. I mean, I don't know about how popping the corpse market is, but it's gonna make it more.
I mean, if it wasn't popping before, it will be now.
Yeah. Although all the people that like want to scam people, because I hope no one falls for it, but you know people do. You see like,
Mhm.
oh, this is like you know,
It's the Matani corpse.
yeah, this is
Oh,
the
fuck.
this is the Matani corpse on a contract for like 1.5 billion, and some people are like, is it really though? It's like, it's not. Do not buy that. Yeah, it's only 1.5 billion. Don't buy it. And then they're like, I can't believe I spent 1.5 billion on Caldari Citizen 1856932. God damn it! Like,
God damn it.
yeah.
Oh man. Okay. You can now compress resources such as ore, gas, and ice directly from the right-click option instead of opening the compression window.
Hmm.
How does
Okay.
that make you feel? That's good, right?
More
less-
efficiency
less,
in
uh,
mining.
Yeah, that's good.
Miners getting some love. There must have been
Faster
a lot
drones.
of screeching.
Better control compression.
Yeah. While undocked, assets in your current system will now be highlighted in the assets window.
Yeah.
That's handy because like you might go into a system, there might be 5 stations there. And you'll be like, well, which one of these stations has my ammo in it? Who knows? But you go in your assets window and it'll highlight the station that has
Well, it's in current system.
stuff in it.
So I think it's more of
In
like
current
a
system.
Yeah, but if you have stuff in 5 different stations in the same system, they'll all be highlighted.
Right.
They'll all be
I only
highlighted,
have,
dude.
but if I only have stuff in one station in that system,
It'll be
it will tell me
Yes.
which station it's in.
It'll be highlighted.
It'll be highlighted in the assets window.
Yeah.
That's the point.
Double clicking on a transaction in the market transactions tab of the wallet now opens up the regional market window for that item. Okay.
Okay.
I don't know why I would want to do that. Let me try that. Market orders.
I mean, I could.
Oh wait.
That's. I mean, that's just a convenience thing, I guess. Like, I don't know how often I'd use that, but if you knew it was there, you're like, oh wait, what did I buy? And you click on your wallet, and you're like, oh yeah, I spent this much on that, and you just double click it, and be like, I need 1,000 more of those. You don't have to like go to the market, type in the item, find it. You can just like double click on. You're like, oh, I bought these yesterday. I need more of them. You just click on your wallet transaction, and just it opens up the market window to that. That's fine.
Yep.
I'll take it.
You can now drag buy or sell orders from the your market orders window straight into the market quick bar.
Okay.
Oh. So some good
Sure.
market
Market
changes.
ease of use.
Added a new output location column for the industry window so that you can now see what container and which office hangar, if it's a corp job, your jobs will be outputted to. That's handy. I know I've done that before where I've clicked deliver on a job and then lost where that item has disappeared to and had to search through corp hangars and other things until I found where it ended up. So now there'll be a little column that tells you where it's going.
Okay.
Added a mark as read option to mails and notifications.
Didn't those already have that?
I don't know.
I know there's a mark all as read in the whole like folder of your mails. So maybe they're allowing you can just right click and mark as read on an individual mail without having to actually like click on it to read it and
Yeah.
I don't know. But
Because you had the preview window, right? You don't have to like completely open it up to read it. You can just read it from the preview pane and then right click it and click mark as read if you've already read it.
I mean, I feel like if you have your mail thing open, like instead of right clicking on the mail and clicking mark as read, you just click on the mail and then just move on. Like you don't actually have to read it, and it just automatically marks as read because you opened it. But
yeah,
I don't know.
Who knows?
But it's there. It's an option now.
Yep. The yield, range, and cycle time for gas cloud scoops and gas cloud harvesters has been added to the tooltip. Okay. Corporations that you have 0 LP with within your personal wallet or corp wallet are now hidden. Added a dedicated Neocom icon for the overview, so you can now more easily see it in the Neocom and the control tab window when you have it minimized.
I like that. That's actually really handy because now you can edit your overview while you're docked up, right? Because normally you have to like undock and then go to open overview settings from your overview. But if you're docked up, you have no overview, so you can't do that. So this, I think, would let you be able to edit your overview while docked up, which is fucking sick. If that's
where do I find that then? In utilities?
I don't know, but if that's how that is, that's an excellent change.
I don't know where to find that. Anyways. The input fields for courier contracts have been made bigger, and the left panel can now be expanded so you can see larger values more easily. Added checkboxes to courier contract filters so you can now more easily search for unfiltered results without having to delete the info from the filter fields. You can now copy names of item types in info windows and the market window. You can now edit bookmarks through the radio menu while using the solar system map. Added the number of jumps a system which is a point in your current autopilot route is if you mouse over it. That's handy. If you have a big long route and somebody's like, hey, watch out for this gate camp, I fucking whatever system, you can be like, okay, I'll hover over it. Oh, that's in 4 jumps. Okay, perfect.
Okay, yeah, that's cool.
You can now drag and drop items onto the Neocom item hanger icon to move them.
Ooh, that's cool. I like that.
Mhm.
Now you don't have to open up your you don't have to hit Alt C. Move shit. I'm in.
Excuse me. Okay. Sorry. As I'm going through it, I go on over into the game and I try it. You're now able to buy from more than one sell order at a time from the buy this type window.
Oh, that's cool. I like
So
that.
if I want to buy 3,000 nanite paste and there's 3 different sellers with selling 1,000,
Yeah.
does that mean I'll just buy
can
1,000
just
from the
buy-
first one,
you'll
1,000
buy-
from the second one, 1,000 from the third one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Which is really nice
So,
for
like,
when you're
right
buying
now-
fits for ships, because you'll like be like buy all and fit, and it'll like do
Yeah.
the whole list. And it's like,
Well,
okay, here are
no.
all the things, but like let's say you need like 3 large seal extenders, and there's a guy selling 2, and then the next
Yeah.
it'll only buy 2, and then you have to rebuy the one that you're missing. This is
Yeah.
cool.
But it'll actually buy the first buy order that has enough to fill your order when you do that. So even if if you need 3 and there's a buy order with 2 that's cheaper than a buy order with 3, it'll
Buy
do
2
the
from the
buy
first one, and then the one, right?
No. It would have bought 3 from the second most expensive. It's the second cheapest one there because there was 3 available. But now it'll buy 2 from the first one and 1 from the second one.
Okay,
That's
cool.
good.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, at least I think that's how it went. I don't know. I could be
I
wrong.
think it
I
always
know
went
I
on the
do
whatever
is buy
the
all,
lowest item was,
and
but
I
if the
always do
lowest one
that.
didn't have enough to cover, it would just put a red thing saying,
No,
you-
that's what it does for sell orders. If you're selling stuff on that window, it'll say you can only sell X amount at this price.
right.
Mhm.
That's what that is.
Oh,
It
okay.
doesn't do that with buy alls. I don't think.
How much more of the patch
I don't
notes is
fucking
left still?
So much.
There's so much. Yeah, there's this
It's
day,
not
and then
really
there's
that
like 2
much
more other
more.
Yeah,
days.
I have an important update.
'Cause I'm
Oh no!
jumping
What
at,
is it?
Oh,
So it turns out we did have high noon that was iced tea with lemon and
It's
vodka.
high noon.
iced tea, lemon, and vodka.
I was
It's
just asking,
very,
what-
very good.
we're coming up on the after show mark.
Oh, you're right. All right, let's speed run it.
Speed run.
Well, I mean, the rest of it is just like defect fixes and stuff, and
Yeah.
you don't have to go through the rest of the little things. Like you can read the patch notes if you want to see the rest of it. Honestly, I mean,
True.
it's
Well, there's
just
the trust
little-
breaker fucking things. We want to talk about those real quick?
I
Or do
mean,
we not give a fuck?
not really, because I
Hmm.
don't know.
I don't know
if
about
they
It
it.
does
are.
have to do with Vanguard.
It does have to do with Vanguard, but how? And like, I don't think that it's gonna be relevant right now because the Vanguard's available for what, 3 days?
And
It's available for
It's
like
like
10.
9
Till
more
the
days.
5th of
8 more
December,
days.
right?
Yeah.
Oh, sick. Okay, that's super cool then. So
This changes
is-
changes everything.
I mean, yeah. So wait a second. Hold on. Oh, holy shit. Okay.
Sorry,
so,
it is available till the 9th of December, I think.
So the sites, yes. Praise Zakharoth. Hey, raise a glass.
Oh
Praise.
fuck yeah.
Good one. Good on you, Fife Gunner. Okay, so the Trust Breaker sites, they're what? Oh, they have to be
Okay.
protected, or they can be killed.
That's right.
Nice.
They're used to steal passkeys for planetary defense networks
The fuck's
ahead
a
of
flash?
Vanguard assaults. I don't know. These sites have
Oh,
fallen
it's
under
cool.
attack by drifter forces. So the Deathless have put these towers up, and they're stealing codes to bypass planetary defenses.
Those
The drifters,
motherfuckers.
the drifters are trying to destroy them because the drifters hate the Deathless. So they're appearing in pirate insurgency fob systems. Capsular fleets can choose to protect the Trust Breaker array, at which point they will get a reward from the Deathless. 5 Capsuleers are recommended for this challenge, so I have not gone in to check it out because it's drifters and I don't want to get potted again. Alternatively, those who do not wish to support the Deathless can wait for the structure to generate the PDN passkeys before destroying it. Many groups would pay handsomely for any such commodities seized from the wreckage. So you can either protect them and get a reward from the Deathless, or you can destroy them and get some loot that you can sell.
All right.
Regardless, you're limited to bringing standard T1 cruisers or below within the site.
So I think
So I've been seeing a lot of like remote rep Vexers.
Ew, like
Yeah.
like Tinker Tanker, Tinker
Like
Tank?
Tinker Tank Vexers, yeah.
Gah. We should try that as like a 5-piece. We should do that this
We
weekend.
could, yeah.
sometime.
Yep.
I'd be down.
Praise Akaroth again, my friends.
Ooh, we're gonna
Yeah.
get fucking fucked up with that one.
Yeah. Hey, Seema. Also,
him.
Chi, welcome.
So yeah, I mean that's cool. We should actually go try those. We could I'd stream it too. But we're gonna speed run the rest of it because I don't know what's next. But
We got some Vanguard to do.
Poshfin's dead.
So for this, there's like there's a Skinner
Volumetric
thing.
clouds suck and Skinner's fixed. We're done.
Oh yeah, okay.
Wait, they fixed the Skinner?
Sure. Allegedly. Right?
What did they say about it? Who cares? Sequencing is returning to its original time duration. I don't know.
that mean?
Was it lower before? It's
What does
gone
that
back to its
mean?
original. Don't worry about
It's
it.
back in sequence. Redline, just
But I want to
Let's
know
go
what
with
it
it.
means. How long is
It's
it?
back to its original time.
whatever.
To its
Yeah,
original
Okay.
time.
It's original time.
Okay,
The
it's
sequence it
original
was meant to
time, I get
be.
it. Okay, I get it. The sequence. I understand. Fuck's sake.
Oh shit! See, yeah. No, I did not get a chance to. What's a good baked good slasher recipe? Do I need to
Oh,
come up with a
what?
recipe too?
So random.
Or yeah, I'll find. No, he was. Seema's working on a thing. I got to give him a recipe.
Bro, so random.
All right, on the 27th,
Okay, I'll give you a thing then.
they changed it to a Vanguard themed character select screen. Much screeching was had on Reddit. Nobody wants that. Only spaceships. On the 28th, we did a balance change, reverted the excavator ice harvester drone max velocity increase made on the 26th. They changed it back. They returned to 90 meters a second from the 125 meters a second that they changed it to on Tuesday. I read that because they increased the velocity of the ice harvester drone, it wasn't staying within range of the chunks of ice. So it wasn't as efficient. So actually making it slower made it stay closer to the rocks, which made it harvest it better. So they changed. They made them faster.
Man.
The efficiency went down. Now they changed it back. So neat.
It's always something, huh?
Yeah. For PvE, they rebalanced the maximum velocity of NPCs that appear on home fronts. Notably, the DPS destroyer NPCs. Yeah, okay. Yeah, emergency. Okay. Wormhole capital escalations.
Thanks for this.
Series of changes have been made to C5 and C6 sites. Does anyone know anything about these? Have been made with the goal of promoting the use of capital ships while still keeping the space rewarding for all players. We'll be monitoring the impact of these changes and iterating where necessary. Drayden?
I was saying I've been in a C5 one time and I was very, very terrified.
Okay.
Like, no one was in there. I even asked. No one answered. And
As you do.
that made me shit my pants even harder. So
Hello?
hello.
Is anybody out there?
No, it's like ever since I remember I've done that before and I didn't realize it was such a big thing. And I was like I'll go to this and be like, "What's up?" and just like say that, and I was like, everyone's just
Don't do
fucking
that.
like everyone's paranoid as fuck after you say that. Like you just like go like I just travel through, just go on. Just leave, and like he's like everyone's just on guard for like hours after that. So now anytime I go in a wormhole, I'll post something in local just to fuck with people. Just like
Next time you go in one, you just need to be like, "Hello, darkness, my old friend."
yeah, I'll just like say stuff. I'll just say something like, "Is anybody in here? I need help." They're like, "It's a fucking trap." Oh my god, what's he in? Nothing's on D-scan. We're fucked. Abandoned.
That's funny. Just put something in local being like, yeah, I'm putting a seed in that wormhole right now, and then the next one will be like wrong chat, and then leave the system. They'll spend the rest of the afternoon like de-scanning and combat scanning, looking for like, where is this fucking guy? He's somewhere here. They'll put those fucking decloaking structures up. They'll spend the rest of the day looking for you, and you'll be like 18 million jumps away in Jita, logged off. No big deal.
Yeah.
I did that shit when I was in Wingspan. That was fun. Trolling wormholers.
Yeah. All right, so these drifter response battleships, what the fuck? This is where the loot is, right? The drifter response battleship, and then you want to use a capital to kill these things because they're kind of a big deal. So a beacon, visible only on grid, appears at the warp-in location as the initial NPC fleet is destroyed. The beacon will despawn if there is no capital ship within 100 kilometers of it. So you have to have a capital ship in order to get the drifter response battleship to show up. If the beacon is not present when the structure is attacked, the drifter response battleship is ineligible to spawn. All right. So you have to kill the first wave of NPCs with a capital on grid, and then the beacon shows up. If there's no capital ship, it despawns. If it's not there, then the drifter battleship's not coming. A new drifter recon battleship will spawn in the place of the drifter response battleship if it is not eligible. This variant has less EHP, lower damage, less neutralizer pressure, and drops a reduced number of commodities on destruction. Okay, so for max blue loot, you're going to use a capital. Probably a fucking dreadnought or something like that. If you don't have a dreadnought, then you get less loot, but you still get some loot because this recon battleship will show up. The loot value of upgraded Avenger NPCs has been increased. That's all that wormholes need, right? Is more value. They were so undervalued. I don't know why anyone would play in wormhole space. In data or relic sites with upgraded Avenger NPCs, a beacon visible only on grid will appear the first time a capital ship is within 100 kilometers of the warp-in location. The beacon, I don't even know, why would you have a capital ship at a data or relic site?
To
But
kill
this
the
is C5
rats
or
that are
C6,
sometimes
so-
because all the data and relic sites in those sites have like a lot of ships in them.
Oh,
Rats.
Okay.
Now I don't know if you need a capital to kill them, but they're quite strong. I remember sitting there going like, oh, there's like 3 battleships, and I was in a Stratios. I was like, oh, I can kill them. I almost died in about half a second. I was like, oh, and before my drones got halfway to one of the I don't know if it was like sleepers or something like, I think it was like sleeper battleships. So and like my drones got like halfway there, and I was in like half armor, and I was an armor tanked ship. I'm like, go.
Time to leave.
Yeah, I was like, okay, well,
Okay.
I guess I'm not doing fucking wormhole sites. So
Okay. So rules have changed with regards to capital ships on grids and getting more loot or less loot, but some loot will be had. Good. Gameplay. It's now possible to compress multiple groups of resources while having multiple compression modules activated. Previously, it would only be successful on one type if a player was trying to compress multiple groups at once, such as attempting to compress ice and gas at the same time. Oh, okay. Now you can just select all and right-click compress, and it will compress everything. The Zernitra Dreadnought will once again attack the Stellar Observatory. Well, thank God. Wormhole capital escalations. Drifter battleships will no longer immediately despawn when there are no capital ships within their original site. They fixed various issues that could allow upgraded Avenger NPCs to be avoided or have drifter battleships warp off prematurely. Okay. And we're up to date now on patch notes.
Yay.
Hooray.
Yay.
we did it.
We did it. And then there was a big fight today. 3
Ooh.
trillion?
Where?
Fucking Veil of the Silent?
Frat?
Rat. Redline, did you go to that? Redline. He's not here. Allegedly.
See, kill. I wasn't at it. I was out and about.
It's all over the Reddits and whatnot. Allegedly, what had happened was initiative had dropped on a Rorqual. And the fraternity response fleet, as you do, you have your big shinies in it. So they dropped a bunch of faction titans to save the Rorqual. And it turns out that they had a counter drop ready, a snuffed out counter drop, and they dropped a bunch of dreads on their super capital or faction titan fucking response fleet and killed 5.
Wait, so snuffed?
faction
Yeah, I was
titans?
looking at Nazariel's dead, a
Yeah.
Vanquisher, a Revenant,
Yep.
Komodo.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Snuffed
To the
out.
tune
got
of
these.
like 3 trillion ISK allegedly.
Wait, snuffed and initiative?
Yeah.
Wait, what are
Well,
the
that's the new
what are the Gogglemen doing?
initiative. They're doing whatever the fuck they want.
But
Getting
there's
kills on
Goonswarm on
shinies.
here. There's Goonswarm on here too. What is Goonswarm doing
Mm.
with initiative? Aren't they resetting each
I
other?
don't know. Well, not reset yet.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so that was the big news today.
Average camping enjoyer. Akina Mountain Family. Who even is this group?
I don't know.
Average camping enjoyer. I've never even heard of that group. What are they doing with like Revenants and Azariels and stuff? Who gave them keys to these ships?
I don't know. There was no Killer Bee to tell them to dock up their faction supers and titans. The Black Friday Massacre. I'm trying to find a battle report. Do you have a battle
Black
report
Friday
handy?
Massacre. I can find like probably just something really quick on Zkill, but I don't know how accurate it'll be. But
I love when they make up a
Skull.
cutesy little headline for it like that.
related kills. Wow, yeah, there's a bunch of people on this.
Shenanigans. Here's one. Shenanigans in Vale.
2.5 trillion versus 1.1 trillion. I mean, both sides lost a lot of ISK, but
Dang.
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bunch
That's
of
what I got
tit-
here. 2.65 trillion and 1.1 trillion. But people are saying that the prices on the faction titans are off.
I could see that because they're
Allegedly.
not really on markets much to get an accurate price, but I'll just do the probably the same thing I did.
Like, why
Oh,
is
you
the
did Eve
Komodo only
Tools.
370 billion when the Vanquisher is 741 billion? That doesn't make any. Yeah, so these fucking so many groups, right? So Team A 471, Team B 364. Team B is all dreads, right? I don't think. Oh, they're all T2 dreads, right? To keep the
Yeah, wait, what did
the
your
supers and
prices
titans
show?
from warping off. It said 260. Oh, sorry. You mean for the ships?
Yeah, you said Vanquisher was 200 million.
So the BR I'm looking at has a Vanquisher at 741.5 billion.
Okay, yeah. Oh, but
And
the Revenant's
The
like
Komodo is 370 billion.
Okay, yeah, the one I'm looking at is even lower than that. It's saying 225. It's definitely more than that. It's saying the Revenant's 262, Vanquisher 725, Zero 768. Yeah, skewed prices, but
Yep. But T2 dreads on the battle report. That's I don't see that very often. Do you see that very often?
I'm
I
wondering.
know they're out there and I know they're doing things, but typically the
They're-
people that are using them to kill like jump freighters and stuff like that
Well, so
use
what?
them and then they leave and then they hold that Titan or that freighter or whatever they're going to kill for 15 minutes or whatever it is for the T2 dread to leave the kill mail. Do you know what I mean?
Well, yeah. So that's
And then they kill it.
That's what they'll use for like for jump fighter gangsters like that. But like you can now, it does prevent tethering too. So if you have one of these Titans that are sitting like in tether range of a thing that they're like, oh well, if I start taking damage, I'll just like de-aggress and tether. if you have a Lancer, if they're aggressive and they're targetable, you can have a Lancer, and like you just have Lancers just time their lances and just keep that Titan from tethering, and now you can kill it, and it can't safe up, and it can't dock up.
Yeah.
So, well, maybe it can. Oh no, because I think it prevents docking and tethering and jumping through gates and stuff. So
Docking, tethering, warping.
yeah, and Stargates.
Stargates too. Okay.
Yeah, you can't jump through a Stargate if you get lanced.
Okay. And yeah.
So they were probably using them to keep them vulnerable so they could actually kill them.
Yeah. I got 130 from the initiative, 88 from Snuffed Out, 53 from Goons. Pandemic Horde are on seems like they're on the wrong side. Wouldn't they be? Wouldn't they be on the frat side?
Yeah, they would be.
Let's click them over then. Dracarys, Hooligans. So we've got the Goggle Men and the Boatman on one side.
Both the men?
Yep. And then you have a bunch of like single digit parties on it, right? Like Genshin Impact Alliance, fucking Brave was there with 2, Boss was there with 2.
Brave's probably on the Goon Initiative side.
Yeah, no, they're on the right side on this one. We got CVA's there with 1.
That's probably
Mango
third
Alliance
party.
is there with 1.
Probably third party.
Probably a snuffed out person there with their CVA alt.
Yeah. It's like it could be that, or it could just be like some third party, like, oh, a big fight's going on, I'm just gonna go in there and just like whore on some shit and like if you're like in a frigate, no one's like you're gonna be a low value target, so you probably zoom around, just like whore shot on a bunch of stuff and just not get shot. Stay away from smart bombs.
Take a slap at something that's gonna die, something expensive, and
stay away from smart bombs. You're probably good. Like
yeah. Interesting. A lot of dead dreads, but how many fucking faction titans? 1, 2, 3 faction titans.
It was like the fights, like they're all
faction
four, I
super.
think. I think there was 4.
Well, 4 titans died. One of them
there was a
just
Zerial,
plain...
a Vanquisher, a Revenant, and a Komodo. So there's 4 faction titans.
Well, Revenant's a carrier. Super carrier.
Fuck. Yep, I'm dumb. 4 or 3. I mean, 3 titans.
So 3 faction titans, 1 faction super, and then 2 plain titans, a Rag and a Erebus.
Yep.
Versus this giant pile of fucking dreadnoughts.
Well, no. If you look on the related, there's a shitload of frat like avatars and stuff on it. So like, frat brought a bunch of titans to the fight too.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's just they didn't all die.
Yeah. I'm just saying that that's what died on the frat side.
Yeah. What died? Yeah.
Versus all these, like all those, like 1, 2, 4 T2 dreads, and then Zernitra, and then a fucking a pile of revelations. What's a flock of revelations called?
A drop.
They're like
drop
religious based. It'd be like a convent of revelations.
Yeah, a whole convent of revelations.
Revelations.
A whole fucking tabernacle choir of fucking revelations.
Yeah, I was going to say a congregation.
Congregation.
Yeah, a congregation of revelation.
Congregation of revelations. There you go.
All right, there we go. Neat. All right, well that's fucking. I think that's it, right? You want to play Vanguard?
Yeah.
Let's squad up, boys. I'm already in the game.
All right.
Hold on, let me turn off EVE Online.
So I'm gonna close the stream real quick, and then Skyhawk's gonna bring it back up. My PC is.
It will literally be like the moment you tell me you're turning it off, I'm clicking the button. I've already got it all queued up and ready.
Yeah, because like my PC struggles. It's old, and it's an old man of a PC, so it struggles with this game. So stick around. Don't leave. The stream will be right back up. And we'll be back with Vanguard.